The dough lot. This cool, but my next single is more hot. I did all the shows in my city, I was busy. Yeah, now I'm taking over your block. Ay, where the dope at? Yeah, they shoot at me just like Kodak. Ay, got a problem, tell them hold that. Just run the city, boy, I thought you know that. How we make a way without a boat? Wait, how? He got all the keys and all the dope. All the dope, tell him keep that respeto. Give me the check though, and I say perfecto.
Tell me why these niggas on my dick. They say you hate me, but they pumping on my shit. Gotta get a bag, being broke don't make no sense. Yeah, I got them nuts, that's why I won't be a lip. Yeah, head knocked out on my rockstar shit. Whoa, just stop out, you ain't real like this. Head knocked out on my rockstar shit. Just stop, oh, you ain't real like this. Got my name all up in their mouth, yeah, they like to talk. See me all up in their history, cause they like to stalk. You can't step up, little boy, you can't ride this ain't a toy. You sit up your active boy, see right through, I can't ignore. Whoa, 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 shit get low, low, low. Niggas moving weird, I can't trust no more. I ain't moving fair, I just float over hoes. Switching up like gears just to ride on this road. Tell me why these niggas on my dick. They say you hate me, but they pumping on my shit. Gotta get a bag, being broke don't make no sense. on my dick. And these niggas hate. I still would hit a lick, but got them knots like a figure eight. Yeah, bitch, I'm walking down with that hammer just like Triple H. I caught her up in traffic for the pull up just like Triple H. Like, whoa, let that fofo glow. This shit over, that boy sober, he won't know more smoke. Bitch, I'm riding with 2 sticks, but I don't roll no fucking boat. Like, yeah, I'm trying to get you fixed, but I'ma go for fucking broke.
Hey, tell me why these niggas on my dick. They say they hate me, but they pumping on my shit. Gotta get it back, being broke don't make no sense. Yeah, I got them knots, that's why I won't with a lip. Yeah, head nod out on my rockstar shit. Whoa, just stop out, you ain't real like that. Head nod out on my rockstar shit. Just stop, oh, you ain't real like that. Yeah, they like to talk, cause they like to stop. Little boy, ain't a talk.
Pour up for a good time, Corona, get that good vibe. Drinking till the sunrise, just like we used to do. Mexico, let's go there. Yeah, sex is slow, I don't care. Where we go as long as I'm there with you. Just like we used to do. Still tired like your friends, what we used to do. Yeah. I say the feeling's mutual. Distance between us dissolves when I fly over. Pull up, shotgun, sitting wide open. Hop in, tell me how your life been. Used to talk every day till the night's end. Been a year now, I'ma need the whole school. You thriving, update me on them goals too. Yeah, I could listen to you forever. Filling up a few of them strong, never let them take us anywhere they plan to. Don't jump the gun, but when we sippin' something, you already know what's up. Lean back, I'll take you where we used to go. We both familiar on what the future holds. Bottoms up for the time that we wasted. Later we got reacquainted. For a good time, Corona, get that good vibe. Drinking till the sunrise, just like we used to do. Mexico, let's go there. Yeah, sex is slow, I don't care. Where we go as long as I'm there with you. Just like we used to do. You work hard, you need a vacation. I take your lifestyle, rearrange it. Put you on a plane with a destination, a white sand. All this funded off a mic stand. My right hand, I'm catering to your life. From the room, see the waves at the shoreline. Skin tan, you blended with the locals. Burn bread on you, something we could toast to. I'll promote you, show you to the universe. Got a couple on reserve, but you was first. Yeah, always have, always will be. You're the only one who gotta know the real me. So lean back, I'll take you where we used to go. From the clouds, you can view the coast. I feel the same for you, I don't even gotta say shit. Later we got reacquainted. For a good time, Corona, get that good vibe. Drinking till the sunrise, just like we used to do. Mexico, let's go there. Yeah, sex is slow, I don't care. Where we go as long as I'm there with you. Just like we used to do. Usually I put it down and withdraw. You always getting a round of applause. Standing ovation, give me an encore. Yeah, I need an encore. Tell me that you coming home with me. Love it when you fitting close to me. Showing you how it's supposed to be. I know you know it's me. Pour up for a good time. Corona, get that good vibe. Drinking till the sunrise, just like we used to do. Mexico, let's go there. Yeah, sex is slow, I don't care. Where we go as long as I'm there.
I'm the storm that meets the moon. I'm the sun that will not move. Do you think you are? Who do you think you
Hello, everyone, and welcome to, I believe we're on week 8. Is it week 8? We're on week 8. Yes, I just saw
It
in the
is
bottom right
indeed
corner,
week
we're on
8.
week 8. It is league play still. I'm joined today by Sir Pegasus. I believe it's your first time on the stream. How are you today?
I'm so excited. Look, I'm suited. I'm ready. I've got my hair all ready. All right, I'm genuinely so excited, Mal, and I could not pick a better caster to be with than you.
Yeah, and I mean it's a very, very action-packed night tonight. We are starting out with us two on Thanatos versus Carbo. It then gets slightly better with Messiah versus Haven in an hour or so, and then finally we're going to end it out with Ash versus Nons tonight. So it's going to be some good matchups tonight, and I mean it's going to be a great time. Like I said, we're starting with Thanatos versus Carbo, but to really show how these teams are doing, we do here have the elite standings. Would you like to point out where the teams are, Pegasus?
Yeah, so we got Carbo in 4th place, okay, and we got Thanatos a little bit lower, but that's not going to be a problem. Look, they're high-level players. This is the elite tier. This is the 2nd highest draft tier. They're not going to be phased, okay? They're going to come here, and I think they're going to put up a really good fight.
Yeah, and I mean the scary thing between these two teams, as you've said, there is that gap between them. We saw there, and we will see on the team stats here. There is 10 wins between these two teams. Both teams have played 56 matches, but Thanatos has 32 wins compared to 22 from Carbo. Oh, sorry, the other way around. Thanatos has 22, Carbo has 32, and I mean, there's a lot more goals being scored by Carbo as well, which makes sense given their wins. But I don't know how are you feeling about this?
Listen, it's week 8. This is when the pressure's on. This is when you think to yourself, every game counts. Early in the season, you might drop a game. You might let that slide. Now, nope. You've got no games left. The chances are low. This is when they're going to step up.
Yeah, and a quick transition to what seemed to be the wrong screen for a second there as we get over to the player stats finally. We can see, and I'm not sure why there's numbers missing on that right-hand side one, but I'm just going to assume it's either a bug with the sheets or there's no data. But we can see our new signing, I have just been told, so there is no stats there for them. But it looks like it's going to be 2 players to watch on this field. We have 385 on the side of Carbo with 56 games played, 54 goals scored. The captain of the team, I mean, he's played the most, obviously, as he's the captain and usually they do, but he's also participated in the most amount of the goals. So he's looking to be a strong side on the side of Carbo, and I know you're a big fan of Thanatos, so who do you think's to watch on Thanatos here?
I mean, Thanatos, I think it's going to be a skipper showdown. I mean, it's clear, Slimy, 48 games played, most of the team, he's got the most experience. I bet he's got the most chemistry with the team, and that's obvious with the 24 assists he's got. Dafo, though, you know, he's very as well, getting in a lot of passes, a lot of goals, but it's that save stat that I'm really looking at from Slimy. If you need someone to save a day, and they're going to need that because they've got tough opponents today, Slimy is going to be there.
And I mean, you mentioned the save stat, but on the other side, as I said, with 385, just as the stats disappear, he did have 98 saves as well. So both of those players incredibly good at getting saves. And I mean, I already kind of spoiled part of your prediction, but I'll put my prediction down first and say, I do think here that Carbo is going to win 3-1. Just because, I mean, 385, he was my old teammate. He's good at the game. Statistically, they are higher, but it's going to be a good match either way. What about you?
Okay, Mal. We get it. You're biased. You got your old teammate on the other team, all right? But listen, you got the score right. Wrong team. Thanatos, they're going to clutch up when it matters most, and I believe they'll win 3-1. They'll take them on.
I mean, that is a very, very bold prediction. As we head now into Manfield Night, the first map on our rotation as the players are joining the field. It is going to be a good one.
Oh, and here we go. The match begins. The first one off the stream. We're in the elite tier. Time to play. We find ourselves in the corner with Ryan. Going to the defense. That's an early miss. And a scramble for the ball is won by Caramello, I believe that is. 385. That was your player to watch. Unable to take it past, but yeah.
He's an incredible all-round player. He did get a save pretty early on, but right now I will say your prediction with the pressure so far has seemed the more likely, as everyone from Carbo right now seeming unable to hit the ball, and a beautiful double touch from Daffo.
Daffo.
I mean,
Listen,
I'm
this
feeling
isn't
like
gonna
I've
be the
predicted
last you
wrong.
see of them. I agree, Mal. This is not going to be the last you see of Daffo. A quick start, about 36 seconds in. Sign of more to come.
Hopefully, for the sake of Carbo here, it is not a sign of more to come against them, and more maybe they're going to get a few goals. But right now, it is seeming like it is completely in favour of Thanatos. As I don't even know if this red pink half, depending on what colour you say it is, has been left besides this ball right here.
I mean, the pressure has been piled, but remember, both teams had a very, very high save statistic, so maybe they're playing that defensive style. They want to get these counterattacks in, but they're not really stringing in yet. Just getting the fingers warm, as I like to say, Mal.
Yeah, you did say yourself that you were expecting that one game for Thanatos to drop to maybe be a bit of an iffy one. Out of all of the games that I would imagine for any team to drop because of it being iffy would be the first game. We see it a lot in these any kind of match on stream. This first game, all the players have some kind of nerves. They make stupid mistakes. They don't want to play to their full potential. But when it gets to that game 2, it feels like that is the crucial one. And whoever will win that one may win it. But right now, Thanatos are poised to take more goals in game number 1.
And that's a demo on the goal line. That's Caramello. Position high, but he's beaten to the ball by Cubicube. And immediately nicks back, pushing it back into that orange half. I mean, it's been one-sided. It's been very, very one-sided. Rocket League's a momentum game. It's right what you're saying. The first game, it's where it starts to get a bit iffy, but it's a risk. If you don't start straight away, full throttle, they can get caught up on.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing to also note, I believe you brought him up as your star player. Slimy doesn't appear to actually be playing at the moment. So it is a team that I definitely wouldn't have factored in with the stats, because I would have expected Slimy to play for a 4th versus 8th matchup. But right now, it is seeming like a Rule 1 in the defensive half there. I don't know if it's being held. It looks like it was broken by Caramello. Ryan not happy about it in chat. You can't blame him. You don't break the Rule 1. Now I really, really want this Carbo team to win.
Look, when the going gets tough. And oh, it's a save on the line from Nick. That seemed like the first big chance that they've had this entire game, Carbo. And it's had to be cleaned up like that.
Oof. Yeah, and I mean, I don't want to say it's because of the broken Rule 1, but what I will say is this attack, it didn't build until after that Rule 1 was broken, and now I think there's kind of a renewed sense of urgency in this match as time is very slowly running out. There's still just under 2 minutes left on this clock, but right now it is pretty even though one team is in the lead. But that shot saved on the line by Caramello, the double demo, it weakens the defense, but not enough for any shots to come through. What's happening for Carbo right now?
And let me tell you, it has been a physical game. I've been noticing it in the box. Both teams going for a lot of bumps, going for a lot of demos. I mean, they both won this win. And especially my boys at Thanatos, fighting for a playoff position right now.
Yeah, and I'm going to bring up a stat here that I've noticed. Because we see these two teams, it's felt like a bit of a deadlock in the red half, the Carbo half. Right now, the saves are 5 for Thanatos, 1 for Carbo. So even though we've been locked in this red half, as another shot almost sneaking through, getting a second save for Carbo. It's actually been more saves for Thanatos as a shot saved there. It's just getting closer and closer to either team getting a goal here.
It feels like the gap is closing, and that overtime is certainly not off the table. It's not over till it hits 0 seconds and the ball hits the floor. And I'm getting a bit shaky, Mal, I'll be honest. I hope the players aren't.
I was about to say, yeah, you do see, similar to nerves at the start, as it gets closer and closer to 0 seconds, especially when you're down a goal like Carbo is right now. That is where they will start stressing, where they will start rushing plays. It'll either work perfectly for them, or it won't work. But right now, what they don't need is a shot high, like the one from 385 there. A double commit mistake means that Thanatos are going to get away with what really should have been at least 1 goal before the end there for Carbo.
Oh, and I think Thanatos will be taking a deep breath because it really looked like they were slipping. It really did. Now we see these stats here. A lot of shots, surprisingly, despite the field domination very much being on Thanatos' side. They're not getting those shots in. They're kind of just lingering in the half, taking their time, and they've struck when it mattered most with that one goal.
Yeah, it is just that whole idea of maybe you don't need to take the most shots if you can just take the correct shots, as we saw, frankly, a couple of shots that I don't know if they got credit as shots, but they really shouldn't have if they were, because they were miles high. But right now, it is looking like, I don't know, it's felt like Carbo haven't been working as a team. Maybe you said there was a lot of assists from Thanatos. I didn't quite see the assist number for Carbo, but it's hopefully for them they can work together. They are saying about that rule 1 break in the chat in game now, but if they don't break a rule 1 anywhere, I can still see this going either way right now.
Yeah, like I said, they've been dropping like flies throughout the match. The demos have been serious. I mean, they're going to be carrying that on, I reckon. Trying to cull the herd, but as soon as it becomes a 2v2, apparently that's too little for a certain team. And it's an early chance! Missed by Duffo and Thanatos, who we were just complimenting for their proficiency. Missing an early shot.
Yeah, I mean, 1 goal decided last game, and right now that could have been the 1 goal that decided this game, had it have not been sent high. But it's, a bump. I was not ready for that bump. It caught me a bit off guard, but it was an interesting maneuver, but it hasn't really done much, as this blue offense from Thanatos, it's very strong. It is, I don't want to say it's suffocating, because they are able to get breakaway plays like this, but it's not enough to break the defense, but it's enough to hold them down long enough to prevent any kind of major counter-attack. But as I say that, there's a shot potential here as 2 players jump one on both team, and it's saved. It was close.
If there's a player that I really want to put my eyes on, it's Caramello. I just feel like whenever the ball's in the air and there's a 50-50 opportunity, he's been ready every single time, and he's stopping these attacks before they even start.
I've played a bit of Rocket League with Caramello outside of RSC. It was only a few matches, but what I can say is they are a very good player, as seen by the fact they're an elite. But so are the rest of the players on this field when they are playing to their maximum, like Ryan maybe just there as he misses the ball. Caramello! Past him. Oh, what is going on for Carbo right now?
He's just ping-ponging in the box. Caramello! Demoing the first man. And it just feels like at the moment it's just a match of chaos. I think that's fair to say. Bumps, a rule 1, some misses. I mean, the elite tier, it's just full of promise always, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think in Rocket Sundays, the description they use for some tiers is it's like the higher tier, so in this case Master, but with the consistency of a lower tier like Rival, which I think sums up this game pretty well. They aren't the most consistent players, it seemed like, so far, as they've gone from scoring incredible shots and incredible plays like that, showing exactly what I mean as Cuba Cube gets a beautiful double touch. They can score goals like that, but then they miss the open nets, and it's like, what's going on in those chances?
I mean, the mechanical quality is just insane. We had a double touch in the first game, and we've got a double touch in the second. Who knows? Will we carry on our double touch a game ratio?
I mean, what I'm hoping for is more than 1 goal as that one hits the post. I was about to say I cursed it. Luckily for Carbo here, I didn't. But the defense holding on, but not really getting a clear as a flip reset, not able to be confirmed. And feels like Thanatos, they really want to get back a goal here.
Yeah, I don't think I'm unfair in saying there should have been a goal there. Maybe 2 opportunities that should have gone in, but once someone misses the first one, the entire flow of the series is lost, and that's when the second person off guard may also miss their shot. And now someone demoed on the goal line, and Ryan, great save, clears it off, but it's not enough to stop the pressure as Daffo goes for the double touch, and it's in! 3 double touches, 2 games, every goal is quality.
Someone should really tell the players on this field they can score goals other than double touches, because not only is it 3 double touches, those have also only been the 3 goals that we've had so far. And I mean, really, maybe they just want to style on us. They've probably rigged it to be a freestyle one, 3v3 or something, as a pass not communicated as Nick goes for a demo instead. And it's mistakes like that that really shouldn't be happening if a team's communicating properly.
I mean, they're in 8th place right now on the table, and you can tell they've got that promise. You know, this is a team I reckon can compete in playoffs, but it's just those little mistakes, and that's all it takes in Rocket League, especially at this level.
Yeah, I mean, if a team can capitalize on the mistakes that are made, kind of like what's almost happening there. Is that a double touch? It looked like a double touch, but it's the technicality of he definitely hit it twice, but is it a double touch? Because it definitely looks like one.
A little baby one, you know, I think we could count it as a little baby one, but what I really want to point out there is the pass. Perfect on his teammate's head. I mean, that's what you just love to see. Those BDS-esque plays when they're passing it infield. Great power, unstoppable.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm feeling less and less safe with my prediction, as finally our first not double touch, or at least similar to a double touch goal, comes in as a nice 50 from Datho there. A bit of communication did come out. Caramello could say, I want the ball. So at least they are managing to communicate now, but 3-1 up and 50 seconds left. It can be equalised. Given last game, it's not feeling like it will be, but for my prediction, at least, I'm hoping it will be.
I'll be honest, Mal. Carbo, they started off the first half of this game looking really, really good, but the momentum, like I said before, it's completely switched, and there's further proof. It was a close game at the beginning. Now there's a 3-goal difference, and Cuba gets like the misread. And Caramello, who I've sung the praises for the entire game, gets the second goal that he so rightfully deserves.
I can tell you right now that Carbo team is not going to be happy. No matter what result comes out of this match, whether or not they win these next 2 games, they are not going to be happy after a few of the misses that have come out in the first 2. As 2 misses there is going to almost allow another shot had Caramello not slammed it into that crossbar. And I mean, the team's starting to fall apart, it feels like.
I just feel like Carbo are struggling to get it out of their corners, and the clearances seem to go straight into the wheels of Thanatos. And they're going to need a serious mental reset leading into this game 3, because this is not the result they were expecting. Their captain isn't even playing. The Thanatos captain is not here. Yet they're pulling what so far I think many would consider an upset.
I was about to say, it's definitely considered an upset for me. I didn't have a proper look into the stats, as I only stepped in due to the unavailability of someone else. So I haven't actually checked to see whether me just reading the stats quickly would make sure Carbo is the correct choice. But what I will say is, at least for Carbo's sake, it is a 4-game series. They will always play 4 games here, no matter whether or not they lose them all 4, which might not feel as good, but it gives them the opportunity to get that tie and not have a loss here. My prediction is wrong now, no matter what. Your prediction, still possible.
I think maybe I was wrong. I think a 4-0 is very much on the table. And last game we were talking about the quality over quantity. Well, guess what? Thanatos have both now. 13 shots, I believe they had last game. 13 in 5 minutes.
It's, that's what, like, every 20 seconds or so, give or take, I'd imagine. So, I mean, it's going to be an interesting one as we jump across to Sovereign Heights, a very nice map for our 3rd match in the series.
I agree. One of the newer maps, but one of the better ones. Call me controversial. Caramello, already finding himself in the challenging. Good. I saw a few hate early on, but I'm happy
it's Beckwith Midnight. Yeah, I was about to say, Beckwith Midnight's the one that seems to have a lot of people split. They either love it or hate it, but what we love right now is the offense and passing that is coming out from this Thanatos half. They are holding pressure so dangerously in that left-hand corner for the point of view of Carbo, sorry. And I mean, if they can choke them out like they have the past 2 games, I think they lose their mental completely here.
A counter-attack. There's 2 blue cards and they couldn't keep the attack going, and that's another mistake. Defended well by Carbo. And it's the first time in a while I've seen Carbo in the opposing side, I'll be honest. Can they keep the pressure? They're out of practice.
It is a rare gem seeing them on the attack, and the other thing, as I just mentioned about team mentals, is these teams, I mean, like you said, Thanatos, they're going to be running high right now. They are probably performing better. I mean, they're performing better than I predicted. You believed in them. Whether or not they believed in themselves heading into this to maybe do as well as they have been doing, I don't want to say I doubt it, because I trust that these players believe in themselves. As a shot there saved by Datho, but I mean, it feels like they shouldn't be doing as well as they're doing based on their stats.
Before the match, I believe we were talking about a new signing for Thanatos, who is playing today, and seems to be that was the reset they needed. He's playing well today, and I mean, they're winning a match, which, leading into it, you wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, I mean, I know definitely one of the teams, I'm not 100% sure. I know Carbo also may have had, at least one of the Thanatos players on the field, I believe it was Nick, only had 8 games played, but there's also, on the side of Carbo, they recently signed Jax, I think it was, from what I remember. So, I mean, they're not playing him. I know he's a very good player, but right now what they need is a player who can score, as 2 shots sent slightly wide there. And, I mean, the pressure's building up, but the pressure doesn't matter if you can't get any goals.
I'll be honest, that defense reminded me of a goal that was actually scored by Thanatos in the last game, where there was a miss in the backboard. Oh wait, there's a chance here. It's not the cleanest clear, but they've somehow gotten away with it. They survived for 1 shot more. And Ryan preventing that strike. And QB, he will not let himself, he will not let the other team have that backboard. We know how deadly that has been today.
Yeah, I mean, I would be surprised if the first goal in any of these 4 games isn't a double touch. Even if it takes 5 minutes of overtime for someone to make it there, I just want the first goal in every game to be a double touch. As Nick, he's up, he's got
your wish.
Oh, it's not there fully, but Datho is the person who's been getting them all, but he's tackled to really stop it. And I mean, the pressure still building up here from Thanatos. How have Carbo not broken out right now?
Nick was trying to farm a clip of a week there, going for a sidewalk. When you've got to respect it, they really are freestyling, and that's another misread near the backboard. Oh, I just feel like that's been a problem area for Carbo this entire series, and it's something I was about to say. Thanatos defended really well earlier. I was talking about Thanatos' defense. Here's their attack. Caramello scores an open net. Ryan
It wasn't the double touch though.
didn't realise he was last man back. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think we should take the goal back. It shouldn't count. Double touches only in my book.
There's got to be somewhere. I mean, I think there is, obviously between seasons the rulebooks do get changes, and I think that should be a major one. First goal in every series must be a double touch, otherwise all of the goals are forfeit. Even down in prospects, got to be a double touch. It's just going to be the rules from here on out. As a 50, oh, that was almost top corner there.
Oh, and a strike hitting the crossbar. Very high aerial, and it's slow on the line, but 385 with the pinch and clear, your player to watch. Clutched there, but he's going to need more offense than this defense that he's got right now. Dapo was very patient.
It's a close one.
385! 305 tried to call my bluff there, had an attack of his own.
The match, even after last game, it is an incredibly close match, to be fair to both teams here. They are trying their hardest. I think, as I've said, the mentals maybe of Carbo might drop off if they can't manage to take this game and put them in a position to draw. It's not the kind of match they want to be losing when it's getting so close now to playoffs, but right now, Thanatos is on fire. This could be the double touch we wanted, but saved by 385. He's ruined the double touch per game unless Datho can get one with 2 seconds left here.
Yeah, and 0 seconds. There's still a chance. For a double touch? Ah, disappointing, really. Can they keep it up? No. Well. Mal, your prediction's not looking too good, buddy. You didn't believe in us.
I didn't know. That is very true. I mean, to be fair, last time I checked the predictions thing, I think I was right about 20% of the time. But to be fair, as much as I was going to predict this anyway, I did say beforehand I was predicting the opposite of you, so I was always going to go for Carbo with you going for Thanatos. So, I mean, I could at least use that as a bit of an excuse. I was going to go for them anyway, so it's not a great excuse, but Carbo 385 asking me to stop cursing him or casting him. Sadly, I'm not going to do either of those things. I'm going to continue it going as we finally are slowly heading towards that game number 4, where either shows that your 3-1 was correct or even you were wrong with the prediction here.
And at this point, I think it's a win-win for me. I mean, I was backing Thanatos from the start. No one believed in me, but here we are. I think, though, the difference making has really been that backboard defense. I hate to say it. There was a goal scored in the last game that really shouldn't have. That came from being bounced off the backboard. And there was a chance in game 3 where Carbo could have scored. They could have equalised, I believe. But just the backboard was cleaned up by the Thanatos defence.
And here we are, game number 4. Speaking of Beckwith Park earlier, it is on Beckwith Midnight. I mean, it's my favourite map, so it's at least a map that I'll enjoy being on. I used to play it a lot. Hopefully Kevin likes it as well if I was ever host. What's going on there? Hold on. We need to get this one on the replayers. A beautiful pass mid, we'll give him that, but it was an even more beautiful finish from Datho.
They got my invoice. They knew I was predicting 3-1. Good job, Datho. Oh, and another early bump from Datho. He's getting more aggressive. He's getting more angry. They've charged him up. You've angered the ball.
That's what an own goal does.
He's not going to be
really.
Yeah, especially in this tier, egos are high. I'm sure we might have.
That's a dangerous claim.
It's every tier. Every tier. I've always said it. They can have an ego. They're good players. All right, they're in the top fraction of a percent. Okay, they can have their egos. Potential fail of the week, though, Mal.
The people in chat
not happy. Not happy.
No.
Not happy.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Listen,
It's
maybe I've had a poor experience. Maybe these people can prove me wrong. But I saw a broken rule 1 earlier.
True, and I mean it was a broken rule 1 by the team that you're supporting. That is something very important to bring up here. You supported that team, and they broke the rule 1.
Look, God's bleed. That's all I'm gonna say.
But either way, we should probably get back to talking about this match a bit. It's still, it's still only a 1-goal game in all that random chatter we have added into the cast. And I mean, it seemed like for once Carbo has been the more aggressive force on the field. They've got the higher ball domination. They don't have the field domination yet. They're slowly edging their way towards it as just shot after shot is piling into their corner. But passes like that, if they're received by the other Thanatos players, will be dangerous for this Carbo defense.
And I want to say, it doesn't feel like Thanatos have relaxed at all. It just really feels like Carbo have stepped up their game. Their transition has been so much better. They're passing it out of defense, and they're getting these attacks instead of giving it away and just soaking up endless pressure.
I mean, the defense has been doing a very good job of soaking up pressure so far. So if they can hold on, it's good. But what they can't do is stop a shot like that from Nick, as it's a beautiful redirect off a very nice downfield pass. I mean, I say downfield pass, it came off someone on Carbo. You can't really fault them. It was a beautiful drop down from Datho, and it worked wonders to get it down the field. But whatever the shot, pass, whatever you want to call it from Datho there, it has worked, as they are now tied up with 2 minutes 30 left, almost getting a goal ahead there.
This immediate pressure, they're working on that momentum, they are ready, and that's another demo by Caramello. They take it into their corner. One attacker having to respawn after that, so it ended up paying off. Caramello takes his time, revenge on him by 385.
I don't want to help anyone in Elite out specifically against Carbo, but what I will say is, from my experience, Kevin, if you demo him enough, like most players probably, can get quite annoyed, and if that does factor in, it could cause stuff like this where he's starting to go for more demos, and if he starts going for more demos, if it works, it destroys the defense. If it doesn't work, he's out of position, so he has to be very careful with it there.
Just want to take note, Thanatos having 2 double commits of a defense in very quick succession, but a recovery allowed them to get away with it. Maybe some slips. Maybe my prediction will be correct, because Carbo, they've been looking a lot better, and mistakes are being seen by Thanatos. Is the mask slipping? Is that 8th place Thanatos coming back?
I feel like, personally, Carbo's kind of lost their edge, even with all these double touches from Thanatos. I mean, I predicted Carbo to win, but like right now, even with all these double commits coming out from Thanatos, I still think Carbo's going to lose this game.
This feels like a game where anything can happen whenever.
No.
The Carbo attacks just have been so fast. I think the best way to describe the Carbo attacks has been a short fuse. They've been aggressive, but they've just not really lasted long. Any attack can be a goal, but they don't give themselves a second chance, and it's cleared on the goal line as Nick, patient in the corner, fakes his first man, dribbles the second. Is anyone there to clean up? Ryan with the clear. And great solo play. There's Caramello with 10 seconds left.
We got the double touch.
And we got the double touch, indeed. And we were talking about mentals. These feel the worst. You fought so hard for 4 minutes and 51 seconds. And that's how you concede with, I think it's fair to say, a scrappy double touch off your back wall.
I mean, to be fair to Thanatos here, as much as they did score a pretty scrappy goal to win, realistically, had Datho not got that own goal, it probably still would have been a Thanatos win there, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with the stats, and here they are. 6 shots we have there for Carbo, followed by 4 by... Sorry, I've just gone blank, never mind. by Carbo. There you go, sorry. I just can't believe what I've witnessed. I just can't believe what I've witnessed, Mal. No one believed in me. When I said we're going to win this game.
Yeah, I'm speechless. I believed in my old teammate. I trusted him. I mean, we do have the series MVP right there. You said it multiple times during the match. It is going to be Caramello with, frankly, an incredible showing. 14 shots, 4 goals. That puts it about a 33%, give or take, win shot percentage there. Won every game. Got a good few saves. 1,500 points. That's not bad.
And 4 demos, we were noticing those. And Caramello, I think you could tell immediately, game 1, that he was the one that was going to do it for Thanatos today. Just so much pressure. So active in the midfield. And that's where I think most of the game was won for Thanatos and lost for Carbo.
I was going to say, yeah, you struggle to really get shots to take when your opponent is constantly holding you within your own half, because if you can't get out your own half, how are you going to get anything other than the occasional long pot shot down the field? But either way, I said it was going to be a close one. It didn't feel like a super close one. Even though a lot of these games were only 1 goals, it still felt like Thanatos just had much more of an edge there.
And, well, it was an honour to have this as my first cast, getting my predictions right in terms of who will win. Maybe not the score. Maybe I lost a bit of faith. All right, it was your old teammate. I gave him a little pity win. Okay, but Thanatos coming in clutch for the boys.
Yeah, and I do believe that is the last of me. I don't think you're on next either, so that is actually
Neither.
going to be, yeah, the end of both of us on stream tonight. But do not go anywhere, as following this there will be a short intermission followed by, I believe, Messiahs versus Haven up in Master, so an even higher skilled thing. But from me and Sir Pegasus here, that is all. Thank you, and good night.
Thank you.
Black heart, our innocence has gone far. I felt content with our start. No, I can never feel this again. Don't want it to end. Black heart, say that you love me, but you're far. Trying to find my way out, but I know this ain't nothing but a lost art. Trying to stand, I can barely breathe. Blood on my hands, I got what you need. Lost in your path, I can hardly see. Never thought you'd go and turn on me. Love is something that you cannot pay for. Love is something that you wanna stay for. Trust is something that you cannot play with. If you wanna have some more, then maybe you should say it. Issues are deeper than I could just see. Trying to find myself, I can't trust me. I feel so battered every time I bleed. Nothing else matters than me and a dream. Black heart, our innocence has gone far. I felt content with our start. No, I can never feel this again. Don't want it to end. Black heart, say that you love me, but you're far. Trying to find my way out, but I know this ain't nothing but a lost art.
It's hard for me to let go, but I think that I'm finally feeling good again. So hard cause I loved you, but I'm finally feeling like myself. All of the wounds that were opened by you are now closing. I finally know how to live without hurting myself. I think that I am moving on cause I do feel less broken. I needed a sign, this is a sign that I'm healing. I'm finally healing from you. I'm finally healing from you. Come off hardy. I'm just an imperfect person in this imperfect world, but I'm learning my way under this maze that I'm running through. Now when I think of you, I'm fine. See a picture of you, you lead me alive. And now when I think of you, I'm fine. And all of the wounds that were opened by you are now closing. I finally know how to live without hurting myself. I think that I am moving on cause I do feel less broken. I needed a sign, and this is the sign that I'm healing.
school doubted me. Woke up to a text, said they proud of me. Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a track, now they proud of me. Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a text, said they proud of me. Woke up to a text, said they proud of me. Said they proud of me. Should've never ever doubted me. Now I'm living drop top fantasies. Destined for this life, yeah, it's meant to be. Got you feeling stuck in that rut life. Now you're trying to be my friend. It's always fate, love in the end. I don't wanna be your friend. Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a text, said they proud of me. Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a track, now they proud of me. Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a text, said they proud of me. Woke up to a text, said they proud of me. Said they proud of me.
To the prom night in high school, I might get it. I can't leave till I just finish. You're too drunk to drive me home, so let's stay up and let's not go. I said, shawty, break it down for me if I have to. I've been stuck with an F cause my paper passed due. And I remember when we met inside that first classroom. We would cheat, we would ditch, we would kiss after school. High school, I might get it. I can't leave till I just finish. I'm too drunk to drive you home, so let's stay out and let's not go.
Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a text, said they proud of me. Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a track, now they proud of me. Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a text, said they proud of me. Woke up to a text, said they proud of me. Said they proud of me.
Too fat love, but the money's elastic. Too fat love, and she knows that I gotta be trusted. Too fat love, but the money's elastic. Too fat love, and she knows that I gotta be trusted. Too fat love.
Hello everyone and welcome back to RSC EU. My name's Smokey Bear, here a familiar face, but tonight I have a new one with me. Hello Casual Boy.
Hello, how you doing, Smokey? It's great to be by side you finally.
Yeah, this is it. You know, we've been close to getting a cast together so far, but we are here now in the moment, and we're here live for RSC EU. Exciting stuff, and why don't we have a wee look at the lineups of what the matches we've had tonight?
Have a quick look at the lineups of what we've had. Of course, it is the 28th of June, no, we can't forget that. And we have had a few good lineups. We've had, I want to say, Thanatos or Thanatos, I apologize if I got that wrong, against Carbo, and a clean 4-0 victory in the hand of Thanatos. And then, of course, after that, we have got Messiah versus Haven, which we will have the gratitude of being able to cast over. And then we're going to end up the day with Ash versus the Norns. So, some really, really strong lineups and some really, really strong matches, and coming straight off of a 4-0 win. You know, a lot of these teams right up for are either trying to say, okay, I can beat that 4-0 win, or I can match it with a draw, or maybe go home with myself.
Yeah, well, that's just that. You know, it's certainly one way to shape up the night in terms of the games. And talking about shaping up, we could be potentially shaping up the standings here with this game. We have Visionary Messiahs taking on Sanctuary Haven, and they are 5th and 6th in the league right now, respectively. And isn't that interesting, Casual Boy?
It is quite interesting. You know, you often see a lot of these teams going head to head. Like sometimes you'll see 1st and 2nd clashing each other to go top of that table, and then, you know, based on like where like the different preliminary stages end of like where do you get your points from, where do you get your cut-off points, you see 4th, 5th and 6th often are neck and neck. And this match is actually a very close one because they're both on the same win rate, or amount of wins anyway, but I believe one of them, I believe it is the Messiahs, have a couple games in hand with more losses but still can take it ahead of them, especially because I believe they were ones that are slightly, yet they are 5th, they are slightly above. So in terms of numbers, they're ahead, but in terms of losses, they're actually slightly behind.
Yeah, well, that's just that. You know, 4 games in between both of these teams right now. Of course, we have 4 games to play in this series this evening. And as I was saying, that could very much shape up these leaderboards. And, you know, both of these teams are actually pretty impressive. Have some stacked lineups as well. As you can see there, not too much in between them. And in terms of when it comes to the team stats, but you know, looking at the players, and also I believe the captain of Visionary Messiahs isn't going to be making an appearance tonight. That I did get informed that as well. So as you can see, you know, Nuclear there have played a lot of games for this team, alongside Fluffy Suede, but of course Nuclear's not going to be around, so it's going to be Sev and Biggie Lude playing for the Messiahs tonight, Casual Boy.
It is going to be a bit of a switch up, like, because often times you'll make see the captain's gone, you know, you've got that strong leader not there. I'm not saying none of them leaders are going to be completely unclear what I want to do, but losing your main captain, your main leader, you know, that's going to be a rough situation compared to on Haven, who I believe do have their captain on their team today. So they're going to have a stronger head in front of them, maybe that bit of the pressure being like, okay, we have our main guy, we have our main honcho, can we take that? But maybe they can still take that pride of being ahead of them on the table to then say, we don't need a captain, we can just take ourselves forward and go ahead. Again, but both of them really want that 5th and 6th place balance, so it's going to be close, captain or not.
Yeah, it really is. And you know, looking at the form of both of these teams, so Messiah's actually lost both their last 2 games, and Haven drew and then won, if I believe I'm correct, right? And of course, this is up to where I took my stats. So you know, going on predictions then, Casual Boy, I think I'm gonna go with Haven for mine, and I'm gonna go 3-1.
Well, I'm gonna go over 2-2. Like, but I think because both teams are gonna really want it, it's gonna be 2-2. I won't be upset though if it is like a complete upset for one of the teams. That same pace, they're both really wanting it. So one of them might just be like, you know what, we want this more than you. We can take it ahead. I want to say Haven might have that more chance of going with the whole 4-0 complete defeat, just because they're lower in the table. They want to show to the rest of the teams as well as their opponents, the Messiahs, that they want to go in front of each other. So I have to see if there's going to be a complete washout, or if it is about 2-2 where they're both neck and neck and want to beat one another, but just can't beat them all the way.
Yeah, well, that's just it, you know, and some interesting stats. Nuclear was also part of this, the player who won't be playing tonight. But Fluffy Swede is number 9 for demos inflicted and 8 for big pads, so that should be interesting. And Domazor number 2 for possession, and Wizzle number 4 for savior medals, making multiple amazing saves in the games. Let's take it away, Casual Boy. Let's go.
Let's see where we are going with this, of course. Straight off the bat, as every Rocket League game does go, and it's going to be a bit middling out centre. I've seen games in the past where both teams that are either a similar skill level or a similar sort of position on the table are always playing it very close to the middle, but I do say that, and Fluffy Swede gets that goal straight away, so caught me off guard by going straight for an amazing shot, and quite, not the clearest, but a fairly clear goal, giving a 1-0 lead to the Messiahs.
Yeah, that's it. Forced the defender to cut across the face with a goal there, thinking could go front post, could go back post, and you know what? Put it right in the middle in a perfect point. And you know, as I was saying, Fluffy Swede there, quite happy to take that big pad and take it up to the other side of the field, smash it into the back of the net. Now, Jordy Unknown can't reach that for Haven. Wizzle is going to have to follow up in the back of it. Domazor, actually, redirect touch there. Wizzle now left to follow up. Was actually a bit forced into that front redirect play from the teammate. Now, Severus and Big Elude settle to the back post, but the play just fizzled out.
The play completely fizzled out, so close to getting it in, but stopped by just the dynamics, the environment. The players, of course, coming in to pick it up as soon as it failed, but you know, getting stopped by the post is one of the most annoying things to see, especially after such a good run like we saw there. Is clearing up quite a way as the opposing team is getting quite through, as we see Geordie does get a goal there. So it's a piece for piece, and like the same sort of thing happened where they were getting scored against with a fairly open goal. This was an even more open goal, I'd say, and yeah, it just getting that goal back and doing amazingly to control the field and taking the advantage of that being hit on the post and just saying, you know what, that's going in. Kickoff does come off straight away, and I think it's going to be a wild one from here, Smokey, with how close these teams are together.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Right now, it's almost, as you were saying that, we almost got a crazy wild goal. And you know, one of the casts I had was like a Wild West showdown recently, and you know, this game's very much shaping up to be that same thing. Who's going to draw first here? Who's going to try and, now that both teams have managed to get a goal on the board, be that dominant force looking for that second goal for their team? Here goes Jordy Unknown, takes it up over one backboard, beats 1-2. Oh, with the third player, Severus there, catching that one out nice and clean. Oh, Wizzle's caught them though, tries to pass it up to Domazor. Again, the play just a bit back and forth here right now. One touch Rocket League, you could say.
It is a bit of a one-touch Rocket League, and just like in real football, sometimes just getting a touch and going tit for tat is what you need to get around your opponents. If you see Wizzo playing it quite in the field, going for a flip to try and get it over, doesn't quite go for it. Fluffy Swede does contain it, and you know, we saw Fluffy get a really nice goal quite early on, but it's actually quite straggling now. He's being forced back very far. But he's doing great, and then Geordie gets another goal in. So 2 goals there for Geordie, and both fairly open flows of play where they've come from.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, broken defense is the matter of case for all 3 goals so far. You know, 2 defenders being forced on that particular occasion. Haven managing to get that second goal, looking to be that dominant force right now, and also it was 2 assists now for Wizzle. Wizzle also nearly just like cucks her pounced that all the way into the net. That would have been mad crazy. Now the pass going in the box to Severus, can't quite make the connection. We've seen these passing plays coming from Visionary Messiah before. Here's Fluffy Swede, the net's open, and it's going to go on the back of it.
Oh, that was an amazing goal there, like pretty much like a David Beckham from the edge of the field, and just getting it, just flipping it in and getting it. Like I'm lost for words on that. Like, you know, we've seen so many goals that have been so close to the mouth of the goal that you think, you know, all these goals are going to be very close ones. But then just seeing Fluffy get a goal from that high up and that far out just completely changes things. A demo there to stop the ball going in. Just one of your best defenses is an offense, obviously, and just the flow of play is controlled really close to front again. Wizzo just saving it though, forcing it all the way back into the opposing half.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They're forcing it right now, and we're back to this one-touch Rocket League. Severus taking 2, 3 touches. Oh, one with the backside of the car there. That could have been a very cheeky goal. Here's Fluffy Swede. Oh, tries to shoot it on the front post. Biggie Loot from the ceiling. Severus, front post, backflip central. What's going on right now? Fluffy Swede going to try to go for that double touch. Fakes it. Severus, front post, can't score it. My goodness, Wizzle has so much time here. Oh, and just can't quite make that connection. My goodness, the play is just back and forth right now. We are end to end here, folks.
Completely end to end. Wizzo fluffing it right at the end there, not really getting a quite good control on it. Really had it with that very open goal, but just, you know, fumbled right at the end. And we saw the same thing on the other side of the field, where it was post after post after post. A couple cheeky attempts at trying to get it in just from like a little bit of attack, but no, the Haven weren't falling for that. Wizard has another open goal to go for, and Domazor gets the tap in there just to clean it up a little bit and bring it for 3-2 into Haven. So that goal that just came from Fluffy, that amazing one, not quite much as we're ending into this last minute of the game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and clean, a very appropriate word there to put into that goal, because that pass was absolutely awesome. Biggie Elude now, time on the ball, Joldy up for the pounds, just bumps Biggie Elude away. Fluffy managing to get under, sets up Severus for a dribble. Oh, but Wizzo there, charging bull, raging, going in for that 50, but now Severus is trapped up in the backboard. Actually has a lot of time because the attackers have just pulled off, and Severus from all the way up in the ceiling nearly just managed to pass to Fluffy Swede and put that in the back of the net. Now, my goodness, that would have been one of the best equalisers we've seen. However, speaking about equalisers, here's another one for Visionary Messiahs, thanks to Biggie Lude and Severus.
Severus getting it in for an amazing through ball across the side, and what a way to equalise. We're seeing a similar pattern coming from the Messiahs here, where they're going very, very high up, rising just like a Messiah, you could even say, and it's just really giving them that strength and a benefit. We are coming in close to overtime, but another goal from Severus means that overtime is pretty much delayed, if not gone. We've only 6 seconds on the clock. I doubt Haven can get this through, and Messiahs showing why they're above them on the table and showing why they're above them in the sky as well, taking every piece of the environment to their advantage.
Yeah, that's that, truly using the whole field there. You know, I think these players now starting to warm up as well, and this is what you love to see. These plays are only going to get better and better, but for right now, game one, the ball's dropped. Visionary Messiahs, they're looking good here in game number 1, Casual Boy. Nice game to warm us up, huh? Do you think we'll get that
an amazing game to warm up? Oh, yeah, I think, oh, it's going to be... I don't know anymore. Like, the style of the gameplay we saw, it was tit for tat, so I think the game's might be tit for tat as well, but... like, Messiah's that last second goal from coming back from what was basically the back foot, I think they might actually dominate the set now. I think your prediction might be the one, if not close. So, you know, I've got to maybe have a run for my money later down the line. And hopefully, you know, the Haven have a run for theirs as well.
Yeah, well, that's just it. You know, I think how it's looked in game 1 has set us up for, you know, we're looking pretty good right now for this prediction, actually. So this will be interesting to see who takes the point between us tonight. But for the points that's involved between these teams tonight, you know, we've still got 3 games left to play for. And I want to know what everybody in the chat thinks, because, you know, see, we've got a few voices in here tonight, and of course, that's always amazing. Thanks so much for everybody for coming in and joining us. It is a pleasure to be here with you all. And yeah, let me know, who do you think is going to win this? Visionary Messiahs or Sanctuary Haven?
You know, I'm still going to back my 2-2. I still think that, you know, it wasn't the most demanding of a win. I think it can be. It can be there. We do see the play does come off, and Severus is straight onto that ball with a very open goal. Doesn't quite get it in, just saved by the top as well as the players that can got a save. But you see Biggie comes in, does go for another amazing shot, doesn't quite get it, and we see Geordie is playing it out. We go straight back to Biggie. He has an amazing through ball to a clear goal. Actually, Fluffy gets the final little touch there. So a little bit of a goal steal there from between Fluffy and Biggie, but still a goal nonetheless.
Yeah, that's it. It was actually a really nice play there from Biggie, managing to put that down in the air. Fluffy Swede going to bang that one in the back of the net. They're 1-0 up in the series. They're 1-0 up in their scoreline here in game number 2. But Wizzle pouncing that one to the backboard. Tried to set up a pass, but I don't know what actually happened there. There's a good cover there. Domazon now going to be last back. Lots of pressure on Biggie and Severus, both committing. Fluffy Swede up to the backboard. Again, the play's just diffusing out. Nothing really happening from these players right now. Wizzle trying to get that past the Domazor. It doesn't quite connect. Wizzle maybe fake there. Jody up once more. Biggie gonna bounce that one away. That was a Biggie bounce.
Biggie getting an amazing bounce on there. Fluffy getting a hold of it on the outside of the pitch, but not really having too much from it. Good, but it's still going. It's still that tit for tat going. Also, a Swede, I believe, did go in for an amazing push when the playing was caught lacking. Wizzo just above the ball. Geordie gets a hold of it, doesn't push it through. And these teams, you know, they know each other's tactics from game one. They know what to look for, and we've seen that the Messiahs have taken advantage of that and said, you know, we can play how we were playing earlier. We didn't really mind. They're playing high and dry completely. Whereas we do see the Haven are playing quite low. Go for an amazing shot on the outside. Domazor is getting a screamer for the second goal of this series. 1-1 going into the rest of this game.
Yeah, Domazor there absolutely scalped that one. And of course that one's going to go top bag with a hit like that. Haven now and Messiahs, both a goal in this game. We're at a point where we were in game 1. But of course this is looking like a very different game too. Oh, the physicality is coming out now. That would have been a red card if this was a different type of game.
Oh, could you imagine if you had card systems in Rocket League? No one would last the entire game. As you can see, another shot being taken there by Geordie, doesn't quite make it in.
Oh, and here's Domazon now to the corner. Wizzo up once more. Geordie. Oh, what a save from Biggie Lude. Just in the nick of time. Now Severus, Fluffy Swede once more. Picks the ball up again from anywhere on this field and puts it in the back of the net. Once more, another great setup. You know, Fluffy Swede is just being fed goals right now in this game from their teammates.
Fluffy is being fed right, left, right, and centre. Dinner time must have been good for them because you know, they're just full of it. You know, Biggie gets a hold of the ball, and Biggie has been the ones who's been setting up those set pieces for Fluffy, who has been just completely expediting on them. As we see another attempt from the sky, doesn't quite make it. Sev though goes for another one, does try and get through, but doesn't quite make it. The shot goes for a Biggie, I think accidentally takes that in from what was supposed to be a pass there, I believe, from Sev.
Yeah, that was some kind of crazy play anyway, and Biggie was just like, you know what, don't know if it's working out or not, but I'm just going to go in and smack it as hard as I can. And that's worked, you know, they're breaking that Sanctuary Haven defence right now with these big booming shots. And from the kickoff, Severus didn't quite exactly get to see, as we see here in the replay, a perfect example of cheating up there on the kickoff, supporting your teammates and securing another goal for your team. My goodness, Messiahs are looking strong now.
Messiahs are absolutely screaming it. You know, we saw a bread and butter tactic there of using the entire team to force a play where you had two of the players going out wide, so the rest of the other team have to go and support them, go and face into them. And then one player went forward, and because both players went forward, there was only one who could make it, and the one who made it was Sev from Messiahs, and it came to a goal because no one was there to defend it. We do see that Wizzo is trying to get it up the ball and trying to find open goals again, because it seemed all of the goals from Haven last match were coming from open play into an open goal. We see another open goal there, but just Biggie gets a hold of it and stops it going in and gets straight up again, or actually Biggie just on the face of the goal, and it's just similar tactic over and over again, and they're just getting close to the face. Amazing save by Donzor, but yeah, I don't think there's really much left in the game for them. You can get those 3 goals in the 3 minutes, but it's such a commanding and demanding pressure from the Messiahs so far.
Yeah, that's just it, and it's, you know, what the Haven need to do now. Oh, the Devils are coming out everywhere. I've seen someone on Haven first go for the demo, and then this is Messiahs now from the demo attack. Can't even convert that. Very unfortunate. But look at the play there from Wizzle and Severus. They were getting involved with each other. They know this is a battle. This is a fight here in Rocket League. And both of these teams want to win right now. Haven trying to fight back. But Severus right now, oh, and Messiahs, they're looking good, but not that one. Wizzle's did really well to break it down. Now Domazor managing to find that pass and play to Wizzle. We've seen it from Sanctuary Haven once before, but Fluffy Sweater's going to close that dream down.
Fluffy completely crushing a dream. You know, Fluffy has done their job, they've got a few goals in, and quite honestly, they can just sit back and relax and try and be a bit more defensive. Even though they've got that 3-goal cushion, they still want to make sure no goals are going in, and as we see, Biggie Lude takes it high into the sky. If they're not up there, the ball's up there and they're not going to touch it. Gets it straight from the other side of the field, an amazing shot just saved by the backboard there, but Biggie quickly picks it up again, goes for another and doesn't make it. But the Messiahs are just, they're running rings, they're playing Rocket League just as everyone loves to see it played. A lovely shot from the outside. They're getting a little bit too cheesy now. They're wanting to score goals left, right and centre, but you know, they're defending by being offensive. They're, you know, what can you stop there? An amazing shot for the last minute, but Messiahs are stopped by the bell because it touched the floor.
Well, I mean, very impressive game 2 here from Visionary Messiahs. A very different looking game to what we had in game 1. But yeah, the amount of shots coming from Visionary Messiahs this game, you know, compared to Haven's 4, and you know, and Messiahs have got like 13. You know, that just goes to show you that pressure that they were, you know, they were absolutely just beaming onto Haven there. My goodness.
They were beaming. They were doing everything to them. Like game 1 seemed so even. It seemed like, you know, one of them got a goal, another one got a goal, and then of course we saw Messiahs take that little bit at the end. But just the display we saw in that game was just, it was criminal, if anything. Like, you know, Haven was stolen from. They had as many opportunities as they had in that first game, but they were just completely run around. Maybe they can take it back in these next couple of games. You know, I'm still holding high. You know. Haven, be a good friend to me. Make sure I get that 2-2 prediction right. I you know, I want to be the people's winner with that prediction game. But you know, obviously they're not in it for me. They're playing for themselves. And Haven, they know they've got to get at least these 2 games to make sure they draw. And a draw might be enough to tipple them over onto the fifth place over Messiahs. But you know, given how the math works, you know, I think they're still going to be gunning for it all the way. And Messiahs, they know they've got that cushion. They know they can stay in 5th and get closer to 4th if they keep on winning.
Yeah, this is just it right now. We've played in 2 games so far. We have 2 games to go. And of course, Messiahs just need 1 for the technical win of the 4 matches we will play. Oh my goodness! Maybe another double tap here from Severus! Oh, they're just thrilling us right now, teasing us. 2 double taps nearly in 10 seconds. Of course, I thought one of them was going to go in, but it didn't. And yes, I was just saying here, 2 matches still left to play. Haven can still pull a draw out of the bag here and help out your prediction as well. And of course, you know, there'll be 1-2. Severus has been forced away. Oh my goodness! What?
What is happening here? Like, it's saved on the line multiple times. Both sides we've seen this happen on, it's been, you know, both teams clambering over the face of the goal, and you know, either got it just on the line, or it's, you know, or been so far off that, you know, they have to keep scrambling. But just the ball is here, there, everywhere. Fluffy Swede in the sky trying to go for that good old tactic they've had successfully in these past couple of games. But you know, I think, you know, Haven, they've picked it up. And they're wanting to say, you know what, we're going to try our tactics, and if it doesn't work, we're going to just try a complete anti-tactic to you and stop you getting it in from front of the goal. In the sky there, but quite softly fumbled, goes straight out for Domazor, who has a very open goal to go into, and goes on the side of the post again!
Oh my goodness, it's double tap try central, because like everyone's just absolutely going for it right now. Domazor here on 0 boost, decides to turn back, give Fluffy Sweet that space, but Wizards obviously took over in comms, absolutely boomed that to the backboard. Joldy was absolutely looming here. Here comes the pass in play, 0 boost in a dream, but this time once more that dream has been closed down. Now Fluffy Sweet to the sidewall, trying to make that space in the midfield for Severus, but it's only Jordy that's picked up on it. Wizzle to the front post once more. Here we go, Bigalood slowing the play down now, taking recontrol of this play. Actually nearly sneaked down the front post from all the way there, Casual Boy. Can't believe it. This is so close.
It is super close. Like, but both teams are learning each other's strengths and weaknesses, and both teams are exploiting completely on those. We see Domazor going for a cheeky goal from the air again. You know, if you can't beat them, you join them. And they're just saying that, and maybe by Jordan will beat them. You see though, Sev gets it in a nice midfield place, but is quickly saved by Jordy. And it's just one of those games where I'm still lost for words because of that start of the game where it's been so one-sided at the start of the game, both sides, and one of the teams did eventually go ahead and win it. But it seems like the earliest we've seen it be quite even, as you see the play does get quite close and Fluffy does save it. Jordy keeps it far back, but has an amazing flow play to run with.
You know, I think you're absolutely right. What's happened here in this game is Sanctuary Haven have stepped it up a level. Wizzle! Oh my goodness! And have started playing the game on Visionary Messiah's level. Jordy there, big boom, zero boost, still looming. Fluffy Swede can only touch it away. Domazor shot front post! And there you go! You called it! They knew they had work to do. They knew they had to break down their opponent. And here we are, they've got a 1-0 lead. Now a lot of pressure hangs on that 1-0 lead. If you want that draw. Sanctuary Haven having to do strong from the kickoff here. Wizzle does, Beast 1, 2 and 3, but that's such a high bounce. But Jordy still follows, Domazor still follows, but Severus has took it away just in time. One more attack coming, Wizzle up, but no, Fluffy Swede denies.
Getting denied, and I think they get a little bit hot over here. I think that they're sweating a little bit here for the Messiahs. They've let that early goal in after a very tit-for-tat over the game, especially after dominating the first two matches that we've had. And I think Haven, they might be having it. They are falling into a couple of traps where they're getting so far ahead, putting all their eggs into one basket, that the Messiahs are like, okay, we can just cut through and stop you from getting that goal by scoring our own goal and taking your offense as our strength. But they are learning from that quite quickly and go straight back. We have a minute remaining and another goal chance goes through. This might be 1-0, but it's so close to being a 2-0. As you see, it goes way above the backboard and it's coming into associated play. But Big Blue doesn't want that to be the end of the game, wants it to be in their hands, taking it for a draw for that overtime. It is very, very close. It goes in from Severus. So overtime may be happening if we can't see a second goal from either teams in the next 50 seconds.
Do you know what I was going to say in my next turn casting? One counter attack could ruin this entire plan for Sanctuary Haven. And here we are, we're even Stevens once more, less than a minute to go. Both of these teams absolutely going for it. Jordy there, but Severus comes out strong ball now. Fluffy Swede, save on the back post. Absolutely magnificent play coming from both of these teams right here. But who is going to give it up first? Oh, wait a minute, Bigalood made a critical interception there, but Wizzle was fast to recognise.
Wizzle was quick to recognise that. We do see it did nearly go into a second attempt at goal. Wizzle though keeping that a nice little demo across the side there, stopping it from going through. Oh, nearly tapped into their own goal there from Jordy, who quickly recovered. But there's Fluffy and Biggie are quite happy to get on there. Severus playing it back, make sure it's safe, but Wizzle taking advantage of players dropping back, goes for a lovely shot, doesn't quite make it. Saved on the face, and we're going into overtime just as the ball was screaming towards the opposing goal. So a nice save by the Bell there.
These players are absolutely feeling it right now. Biggie was feeling that forbidden, man. Oh my days, that was crazy. Here's Fluffy Swede going for that double, but Jordy unknown there. Up and away. Secure it from the corner. Wizzle can take over right now. Oh, here comes the redirect pass. Fluffy Swede actually got a bit of time to boom that one away. Domazor's up, used everything all in the tank there to get that play, keep that pressure up the field. Wizzle can only touch the ceiling, actually makes an, oh, I'm going to say nice connection from Jordy's pass. Wait a minute, steals the 100 boost. Oh, and the goalkeeper comes charging out once more. My goodness, what is going to happen next?
It could be anyone's game, and they're both all, but the goal does get very, very close to ball, but then pulled out again. Fluffy gets a hold of it, and it's like two magnets right now. They're pushing each other, then pulling each other away, and they're not wanting it near anyone's goal. But I think it could be something here. It does come very, very close to the Messiah's goal. So Haven are pushing forward. You do see, Dom doesn't quite get a good control on it. Geordie gets a nice aerial ball on it, but quickly picked up by Biggie in the space they love to be. But Wizzo comes back through. A bit of a demo. It goes across the face of the goal, but it's going to make it, leaves it open. The rest of the team to go for. Domazor quickly scoops it up, and that could have been a dramatic end to the play. It's just an open goal from a great flow of play. See, Geordie taps it just away from the goal. We are seeing the Messiahs really want this, but Haven really don't want them having it, and really clinging on to what could be them coming back into this series. Wizzo has a fairly open run of play to go through, but stopped in the tracks by Fluffy for Severa to try and pick it up, but stopped, and Wizzo is still up there to collect it. Goes down into the face of the goal and doesn't quite get through. Severa saving it again. As you see, Dom though has an amazing play, and it's just all happening right now. They're realizing that they're on the clock. Yes, it's overtime, so you have that cushion of this technically unlimited, but unlimited isn't good enough time. When that second that goal kicks in, it's all over.
Yeah, that's just it. But right now, it feels like it's going to be unlimited time. I thought I was going to eat my words right there. Maybe still. Geordie unknown, just zero boost, just trying to flag it past everyone. Dom is on now. Down from the corner, passes it away, but what a save. Great cover for your teammate as well. Now Domazor has to return the favour here. Does manage to do so. Nice redirect pass. We've seen 1, 2 or 3 of them so far just here in this one game from Geordie Unknown. Oh, but can't quite get that one because Severus is up and over. Great pass and play. Backboard. Oh! I just don't know what's going to happen next. Becky tries to send it in for Fluffy Suede, but Geordie Unknown once more manages to keep that danger away. Wizzo, lovely follow-up, options available here, but Biggie Lude still going to continue, try and keep that pressure going on for the Messiahs. Fluffy Suede's time to take over, but right now it's that good old game of Hobbit Tato. No one wants to hold on to the ball. 3 minutes into overtime, let me tell you. Oh, and right now the physicality's coming out once more. Oh, the bumps are actually starting to be quite successful. There's going to be a pass up to the backboard here. Oh, but the speed and the clarity from Severus there. And Visionary Messiahs, who's nearly broke every single member of the team. But look, once more, a play up to the ceiling. Oh, the 50. Oh, the musty flick. Oh, the team bump. There's just drama. Chaotic scenes here in Sovereign Heights.
Oh, so much going on. We did see an amazing run there from Wizzo to try and maybe calm down the situation, but straight back in from the Messiah is Biggie. Plays it backwards, during the defense, and we're trying to rely on the players behind him on the bounce back of the ball. Wizzo is quite good in a position, gets forced out and further into a corner, a place you hate to be in a time like this, because once you go in that corner, that ball can go in any directions. We see Fluffy Swede go through for a shot and saved on the line. Push straight out again. Wizzo gets a hold of it and pulls it far away from that goal. It's possible back to 4 minutes at a time. We've really had a game's worth of overtime here. And that's just showing how crucial it is for these two teams. So they're tapped in as Geordie gets that final little tap. I think an own goal might have been in cards there as well. But Geordie making that through ball play that caused that to happen. And 2-1 after 4 minutes of added time for the overtime. Going to a very comfortable game 3 now. Game 4, sorry. Where it's 2-1.
Yeah, that's it. And your predictions looking sweet right now. And, Haven looking pretty sweet in that game as well. But, both teams, they're absolutely crazy performance. I'm sure I've seen as well someone redeemed a best of 5 Prage. So, you've pretty much got that redeemed because we just got blessed with a whole other game of Rocket League right there and overtime. Absolutely crazy scenes. And the thing is, we've still got one more game in this series.
Still one more game. It could be either of these teams. Like that match just showed that both of them really want this. Like Haven, they were happy to take it and they really wanted it, especially in that last minute. Their goal came from a bit of a stroke for luck towards the end. I think it was attempted to be a save, but then was actually knocked in. But we take those goals. Any goal is a goal in these styles of matches, especially that late into overtime. But I think they have to rely a bit more on that luck to try and overcome their opponents and try and say, you know what, we're just going to go in and we're going to take what we need.
Yeah, this is it, and you know, it's not about who wins or loses the series over the, you know, the course of these 10 weeks before we make it to play-ins and playoffs. You know, it's game wins and game losses that count right here, and you know, Haven right now they'll be looking to bring this second game back here and you know go for that draw. That'll be looking good for them if they can get it. But I'll tell you, if there's someone who wants to stop that, it's Biggie Lou there. She just goes swinging in straight away for the demo. Physicality's coming out immediately here in Game 4 Casual Play.
Immediately seeing those physicalities, immediately seeing again how both these teams want it. Biggie, of course, showing how much they want it for a defensive play. And Fluffy had a through ball straight through as Fluffy gets that first goal from what was a pretty well orchestrated team offense there. You see Sev gets a hold of it, goes through. Biggie wants to have a little bit of a taste, but then just goes straight through for Fluffy as well. As sweet as Sev was also there, just trying as a cover up just in case things went wrong.
Yeah, that's it, and Haven defenders there were chasing on that one. Not fast enough, but right now they'll be looking to turn that around, try and get some speed here off of the counter attack. Oh, but Mickey Lud there, nice interception. Here goes Jordy Unknown. Can't do anything more from that. I'm guessing going to be 0 boost there. Just decided to walk away from the play, let a teammate take over. Maybe Comms was coming in here, and that's one thing I question right now between these two teams is, you know, what these teams' comms must be like, because these players are going ham.
I think that's probably a lot of shouting and cheering. You know, maybe a little bit of swearing, as we don't hope is coming from our players here. But you know, sometimes you get a little bit heated in the moment. Biggie playing it defensively, you know, getting completely heated on those corners, but goes straight back. Biggie, Sev, plays it towards our own goal. The defensive players, it bounces right over them. Just gets the tap to save it by pushing it over. So it's getting close again. We're seeing Haven are getting very close to scoring a goal. They're getting close to bringing it to that 1-1. But we know that the Messiahs really wanted to say, you know what, let's just stop it from going in anyway. They're playing defensively. They've got that 1-0 lead. Sometimes that's all you need in these style of games. We nearly saw it last match, but it was very close. And Domazor, though, it says, you know what, that 1-0, let's turn to a 1-1. Let's make the casters eat their own words. There's a draw again. To see if this can turn another overtime or another one of those goal for goal matches.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be, but these passing plays, I know every single time where the passing plays are going to go, and they're going to go in the back of the net, let me tell you. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. There's going to be a heartbreak for one of these teams right now, and that's Game 4, because they are playing with everything that they have in their soul. The double touch there down off the backboard, nice and low. It's not really worked out though, so Jordy Unknown a chance to get it dribble straight on top of the Dominus. And also I think it's always love to see it when you see a range of cars on the field, and that's just what we've got right now here in RSC EU in this particular game. Oh, and Domazor puts a second one in the net, and my goodness, that demolition there as well.
Domazor taking advantage of the demolition, like an amazing goal. You had a Geordie just in the corner goal there, just in case things went a little bit upside down, where he had to have that backup. But Dom saying, you know what, I don't need backup. I'm just gonna play it from the sky. And we're seeing Messiahs are falling to their own tricks. Where they are playing the dominant aerial game, they're not losing to it. Nearly got that goal again, just make it 2-2. But the Haven really want to stop that from going in. Demolition, but Severus cleans up the demolition 2 for 2.
Oh, and yeah, Fluffy Swede there getting eliminated, but that's just created a lot of space for Severus, taking the time, you know, going downtown, putting that ball in the back of the net. And that's just exactly what they needed to do here. And I was just about to say as well, it's almost like Haven heard me when they said, you know, when I said they were too slow, because they have sped up like crazy and are charging towards everything like those raging bills that I was talking about earlier. It's just they're just demolishing everyone on the field right now. It's actually a beautiful play though that's happening from Visionary Messiahs. Biggie Lud to Severus. Forget about Haven. Look at this goal right now. Severus pouncing up, double tap down into the back of the net. Broken defense. 2 minutes left to go. I think we're for one of these fun-filled, goal-filled games that you were talking about, Casual Boy.
I think we're going to be seeing it. I think it's going to be a close one. Domazor was close to making that save, but just didn't quite get a touch to it. Goes straight across. Geordie really wants to say, hey, let's get another one in the box for us. It goes through. Domazor gets a double tap. Doesn't quite make it. Geordie out there to try and stop it going too far and bring it back to play. Geordie wants to get it through. Wizzo comes through for a taste of the goal. Dom comes through again and gets that goal from amazing middling play. 3 for 3. And yeah, it's going to go on and on and on. Dom had a clean ball. Sev facing that same fate that they put Dom through. Now a little bit of revenge, a little bit of dessert there, saying, you know what, I tapped it over you and you couldn't quite reach it. So, yeah, let's do it back to you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They've been tit for tat, as you said, since the start of this series. And of course, we've had a whole other game nearly involved as well. And I wonder if we heading in that same direction here. Domazor all the way up, gonna double tap it back, but can on Geordie has mishit it to the side. I don't know if there was a save involved here. I didn't see any contact myself, but either way, crazy scenes right here. Just both teams thinking that they can break the net every single time because they are looking confident right now. Now here's Wizzle, takes it all the way up to the sky. Fluffy Sweet double touch to the corner, sets it up for Biggie. Oh my goodness, to the side from the corner. Sever is trying to slow it down. Wizzle's going to keep on pouncing, keep that pressure up. Geordie unknown, passes it up. Wizzle, backboard. Wizzle once more. No, Severus denies once more.
Severus denies it, but Domazor wants to come in. You know, a little bit of a rivalry I can see between Sev and Dom. They're both getting very good goals, but they're also both going at each other's throats, trying to get those goals going through for themselves. We do see a bit of defensive play. Sev is looking for that perfect opportunity. Wizzo picks up the ball, a little bit of, I guess, a 50-50 defensive to offensive play. Doesn't want to get it too far, else just want it too close to their own goal. But played out again. Wizzo plays it through. No one there to pick it up. Fluffy gets a lovely tap on it. Flogs it over the top, goes for a chip, but doesn't quite make it all the way as we tick down towards the end of this timeout. I don't want to say anything quite yet. It's not over until the fat car revs. So I have to see what comes from it as it does tick over, and overtime will be the story for this game.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. With game 3 and game 4 overtime, we are being treated. This is an absolute delight for our first cast together, and I thought it was going to be over so quickly, but denied by Geordie Unknown. Domazor now has to lead the charge here for Sanctuary Haven, secure them the draw here. Bigelow going to have something to say about that. Oh, Wizzle cuts inside in the middle, Fluffy Swede up to the sidewall, has to follow up and get that second touch. Bump does just as nicely. Severus, we know they take their time. Oh, tried to make the pass, he plays up the front post. Wizzle with another amazing save. But here comes the pressure once more. Fluffy Swede to the backboard. Oh my goodness, I just don't know what's going to happen next.
It's going back and forth. It's the narrative is broken. Like everyone wants a taste of this goal, but doesn't quite go through. It's defensive play. Wizzo has an amazing run through to stop it from a defensive play. Domazor keeps it out of the goal. Geordie stays back. Wizzo gets a touch, chucks it to crossbar, comes through. Oh, just it bounces in the wrong place. Saving grace there, but Fluffy gets that final goal from an aerial play from the side, and honestly came out of nowhere from the back of the pitch to the front, taps it, goes to that top corner, gets it in the middle. No one can stop that because it was such an unpredictable play. Messiahs, you have taken this set after such an amazing game 4 going to overtime.
Yeah, what a series, and what a game 4 as well. What a way to delight us all with the win as well for Visionary Messiahs. Well done to them. And, you know, my prediction's wrong, your prediction's wrong, but, you know, we were close. And I don't think anyone could have predicted that. Amazing games. Look at the stats, guys. Damn.
The stats just all over the place. Amazing. You see 3 wins to 1. 13 goals to 9. So the goals were very, very close. 46 shots to 31. 18 to 21 on saves. 15 to 18 on demos. A very, very close percentage with 53 in favour of the Messiahs. Over 8,000 boost consumption from the Messiahs, but only 1,000 over. And then, I just missed that last stat. So a little bit of quick me there. And of course, the MVP there was Severus with those amazing defensive and offensive plays. Look at that. 22 shots, 6 goals. So converted about a third, but just under half of the goals. Assists to saves about 50-50, and then demos 5. So as many goals as they are demos pretty much. So making sure they're being as defensive player as an offensive player, and just completely demolishing the run of play and showing. Severus, I think they'd be my man of the match if anyone.
Yeah, I think for me, I was going to say as well, my MVP probably would have been Severus. I was really impressed in such a forced game where everyone was flying at it and there was so much pressure. It was one touch Rocket League like the whole series, and Severus always trying to slow it down, always trying to bring it back a little bit and just bait the opponents in. And I think that secured a lot of points there and has been really smart for the team. And of course a massive well done to them, and of course commiserations to Sanctuary Haven as well. It was a valiant effort, and then what a series for us to cast together as well. And I believe this is your first series as well, Casual Boy, right? And RSC.
Yeah, it's my first time here. I've recently started picking up Rocket League casting after a plethora of other games, and I think I found the one that I'm going to start settling with for a long while now.
That's absolutely it, and I've been here for a few months myself, been really enjoying myself. How has it been for you to come on here and cast, and also alongside myself as well, because it's been a pleasure for me.
It's been a pleasure. It's always nice to get a few different people. I've gone from I went from an amazing group of lads in the last tournament I did to go into this. Of course, I was alongside of that as well. Just missed out on casting with you, but finally the stars aligned and we came across each other. So it's been fun. A lot to learn, very much a lot to learn from Rocket League, but I think I can take it all the way. I think I can get quite far above and beyond with this format.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. And as you say, what a pleasure it's been. And there's loads of people involved here in RSC who are brand new, only here in the last week or so, who have been here for years, way longer than me, or maybe just a few months ago, like myself. But I know as well that there's going to be more amazing casters just like yourself that I'm going to meet and get to have fun casting games with, because of course that is truly a pleasure as well. So yeah, a big thank you to yourself. It's going to be Jasper, I believe, who's going to be coming on and casting with me in the next one. As I can't remember actually who the game is. If maybe I can get that brought up on screen for me. It is. There we go. Just need back end to help me out here. Thank you so much. Yes, that is right. It is Green Phoenix Ash versus Valkyrie Knights Nons. And of course that's going to be coming up in a little short while for you guys. But yeah, look at the amazing scenes we've seen here tonight, Casual Boy. 4-0, 3-1. Upsets all round.
It's been dominating. We've seen the. It might just be coincidence and chance of how they laid the graphics out, but we've seen that left-hand side winning every match. I want to see the Norns. I'm going to be watching. I want them to upset it. I want them to say, you know what, we're going to give the right-hand side that win. If not, a draw. We've seen two great wins. Just going to be a draw to end it off. You build it up at the start, and then it just comes down the bottom. But who's to say they're both not watching this and going to say, you know what, we're going to do those casters proud, or completely go against their word and just have a complete demolish of a win on the teams.
Yeah, someone just goes for like record demos or something, just completely throws the game. No, that'll not be happening because there's so much involved right now. Of course, we're heading towards the closing end of the season. We've been here in week 8, and of course we have got plenty more Rocket League action coming up for you tonight. I'll be looking forward to seeing you in the next one, guys. I'll be there. But any last words for yourself, Casual Boy?
I think we've covered it already. Good, well done to all the players we saw just now. Messiah's, an amazing game. Messiahs and Havens to my first cast for RSC, but hopefully they take it all the way for the rest of the season. Maybe I get to cast over them again, and a very much good luck to both of our teams playing later. Hopefully they don't let me down. I want to see my patterns get recognized. I don't, I'm watching that table. I will be keeping an eye on it. I guess I can't get angry at them. They want to win. They're playing Rocket League to win after all.
Yeah, that's just it. And well, that'll be it from us, and we'll see you again soon, guys. Stay tuned.
Two souls colliding. We shared the pieces of ourselves. It's perfect timing now. We fueled the flames, but we're still learning to trust, learning to trust. It's never enough, never enough. Burning me up, burning me up. Don't fight the fire. Too much, too fast to burn us out. We walk the wire, love. Don't make me read your mind. I know it. Learn to trust, learn to trust. It's never enough, never enough. Burning me up, burning me up. I won't fall when I'm picking you up. Of my hand, I won't be strong enough. Our love is stronger, and I'll be here. My lead, now we're taking the jump. My pride, 'cause I know you're the one. Our love is stronger. Baby, I know that it's stronger than yesterday. That it's stronger than yesterday. Two sparks igniting. We left some space for us to breathe. My head is quiet now. I can rest in peace, 'cause you are more than enough, more than enough. Feeling the rush, feeling the rush. Burning in love, burning in love. Two souls united. This roaring blaze is soaring free. If you ever get tired, love, I'll sing you gently to sleep, 'cause you're still more than enough, more than enough. Feeling the rush, feeling the rush. Burning in love, burning in love. I won't fall when I'm picking you up. Of my hand, I won't be strong enough. Our love is stronger, and I'll be here. My lead, now we're taking the jump. My pride, 'cause I know you're the one. Our love is stronger. Baby, I know that it's stronger than yesterday. And if you say First I didn't think that I was cut enough to bleed. Then I saw my secrets getting swallowed by the sea. Through a telescope, I saw a diamond glow. How you brought me home, I guess I'll never know. With God as my witness, never had it so good. Jumping into love, fires into dry wood. Started up as nothing, now it's gold, and it's all on you. With God as my witness, never had it so good. Jumping into love, fires into dry wood. Started up as nothing, now it's gold, and it's all on you.
I'm the storm that meets the moon. I'm the sun that will not move. Who you think you are? Who you think you
Hello everybody and welcome back to RSC, where we've got an action-packed with night of action for you guys. My name is Smokey Bear and I'm here with Jasper. How you doing, Jasper?
I am doing all right. Good evening. Lovely to be back at the desk with you. Today, rival on the Ignis side of the conference, we have got Ash versus Norns, two of the bottom teams in this conference, and surely this game will definitely provide us with some really good action for the lower side.
Oh, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, this has surely got to be action-packed. Both of these teams, they're big games to play, aren't they?
Oh yeah, 100%. This could definitely secure a play-in spot or a playoff spot potentially for either of these teams getting this win, because you can see just looking at the standings that we've got given to us right now, they have one game between them. So this could definitely swing either way for the teams, couldn't it?
Yeah, well that's just that, they've got one game between them, and they're both on, played 56 games. Of course it's going to be 60 at the end of the night. And a couple of the teams in 6th and 7th, Kaligo and Erebos, they've played 64, so they've got a few games in hand, and with a few wins, they could get themselves into that security, as you were saying.
I mean, yeah, hopefully we're going to see a close game, but just having a look at the team stats we've been given, it's very close between both of these teams, being at the bottom of either side. Their stats are very comparative. The only thing that we can see a main key difference in is the amount of demos. We've got Norns on the higher side of demos, and maybe that says why they might not be doing so, or maybe they're overextending to demo, and maybe that's what's causing them to stay lower down in this table.
Yeah, well that's just that, those demos can create the play or they can expose the play. And just having a wee look at some of these players now, and I've also got a couple of extra stats as well. Shinsu, the captain there of Green Phoenix, is number 1 for small pads and number 1 goals conceded while last defender. And Chelsea there is number 2 boost per minute. Wilkie is number 9 for average speed, and then going to the non-side, Marina is number 8 for average speed. So these teams are neck and neck everywhere, and the Peak Deke is also number 8 for assists. And I think that these are some incredible stats for teams who are essentially at the bottom of the leaderboard right now. But where will this series take us to? And of course, with those extra games as well, where will these teams go after we see them on this occasion tonight? But before we head all the way there, I think we've got to get our predictions in, don't we?
Oh, indeed we do. Now, just looking at how evenly spread these teams are, I'm going to be boring, and I'm going to say it's a 2-2 draw. What about you, Smokey Bear?
You know, you're absolutely right. I think spot on the money, dollar there. 2-2 is going to be the scoreline tonight. I'm going to predict that as well. And I think these teams are going to give us an excellent game for it.
Oh, 100%. Now, let's have a look. Seeing if both teams are ready to begin this best of 4 season. And we have got confirmation from the teams that everybody is ready. We are starting to get in. We are starting to get underway. Now, we will see 3, 2, 1, and the timer starts. Kickoff now. Stingray getting the lead, and at Gecko, you know, a cut player recently from a very good roster, now seeing if he can make a main difference in a team, and a shot goes out early on. A little bump between Gecko and Marina, but we see an early goal for Stingray. 1-0 to Ash.
And yeah, swinging from the back here, Stingray just reaching that pass, set up in the front post from Wilkie, which also was very well directed, very precise here. Also, as the clock is 4:44, also very precise timing. And I wonder if there's a bit of controversy involved behind that here. Nah, I'm just joking. The peak deek now, yeah, going from the side wall. Oh, and Wilkie there manages to just cut in, but oh, Marina cuts them. The peak deek, oh, can't quite find it because Stingray's there faster. We've seen that before here in this series already with such a quick impact from the Stingray. Speaking of the Stingray, goes up once, can't quite get it. It's going to be Marina who's going to take over. It's just a game of hot potato to start us off. But here comes that pass up from the backboard, and Gecko slams it in the net.
What a slot, and what a pass from Pete Deek, having to beat one out, and Gecko just, you know, precision, clinicality, it's all there, it's all on point, and it's what you love to see in the RSC as they tie the game up. Not even a minute into this game yet, and we are seeing such action, and that's Wilkie getting the shot, but Pete Deek is there to save Gecko with a boom, a Kalanga to clear. And now, pressure flipped again, that's Pete Deek going for a close post shot, and it's Pete Deek getting the second one in 10 seconds.
My goodness, and yeah, just as you say that, they've just brought it back so quickly. 19 seconds, I was going to say 19 goals, oh my goodness, imagine that. 19 seconds it was in between those 2 goals there, and what a devastating comeback it is for Norns, and devastating for Green Phoenix's Ash. Now, here comes the play to the backboard, Shinsu can't reach it, Wilkie can't reach it, but Stingray, the saviour, hero. Could that be a defining moment here in this game 1 as the play's just starting to come back towards this Green Phoenix defense?
100%. The pressure has flipped. The opposition is just going all out now as Shinosu goes for a musty flick. XC's almost in the net. What a save! Oh my word. Shinosu now has to flip his switch. Goes to the defense. Stingray and Gecko getting a pinch. Peak Deek hitting it into middle. Marina just following on the wall. That's Shinosu to Stingray. Passing coming out. Not coming to play. Wilkie now. Wilkie, what are we going to see? We have to see Pete D clear it offline. But it's Shinosu. Marina 50ing. Now, pressure flipped again, and Gecko will be there just to keep that ball in the half, just to keep the pressure up. Ash are being exerted of all the pressure right now. They are being pushed to their limits here. And we're going to see Marina now. Marina on the ceiling, going for a ground pinch. Ground pinch has been given. Peak Deek now. Peak Deek and Gecko with I don't even know what I just saw. And Peak Deek finding a second one to make it 3-1 now. Wow.
That was so sneaky. That was so sneaky to have sniped it from the middle of the field, coming off of that really high aerial from Gecko there. As you were saying, they've been piling the pressure on Green Phoenix Ash right now. Now, here's Stingray Shinsu manages to play it into the middle. Gecko intercepts.
Oh, wow.
Gecko manages to get that 50 touch, but it's just playing a little bit wide there. They're just going to have to try and open up this play back into the midfield with it. But no, here comes the pressure once more. The Peak D can't quite get it. Plays one more from the side wall, but Wilkie read it. Tries to take it up the field. Zero boost, goes for that 100 instead of going for the play. Shinsu is going to be lashed back for it. Gives Marina that space and time with the air. Oh, actually, no. Recovers up to the back wall and just pounces on that play. Just could see it out the camera there. Stingray now has to force it down with no boost, hoping for a follow-up from the teammate. Here we go, Marina, just like in that last series, if y'all were watching, Severus was being the player to slow the game down. Who is going to be the player of this series that does that same thing, that takes control? Wilkie here almost trying to take control for Green Phoenix, but they can't. Stingray also can't. The pressure right now has been switched up to the other side of the field. Here's Stingray going once more, but Marina closes that down.
Yeah, Marina definitely being a star player so far, you know. We've seen it all, and that's a misplay, and that's a known goal from Peak Deek. Stingray, definitely the carry right now of Green Phoenix, giving his team a reason to stay up in the hopes of having it. Now, we are seeing an actual intense rumble of a battle between them all. This is what you want to see in RSC. This is just what you expect as well. We are seeing craziness. That's Shinoshu going for a double. Stingray now. Stingray off the backboard. It's gonna be Wilkie to tie it up. Just as fast as Ash, just as fast as Norns had the lead. They've now just lost it.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Look at that. It was 19 seconds between the first and second goal, and it's been 17 seconds between the second and third goal for Green Phoenix. So this is just unbelievable. We've seen so many upsets here already. We're only in game one, folks. Here goes the Peak Dig collection, backboard pass. No one's there. Marina tried a little too late. Will it be a little too late for the chance for a scoring opportunity? It will be for now, but the pressure still looking dangerous here. Danger still could be looming. Speaking of it, here goes Marina. Double touch, backboard. No one can collect. No, it's heartbreaking either side of the field right now, as I'm sure these players are absolutely feeling it. They look like they're feeling it right now.
100% Wilkie going for a solo play. Wilkie goes for a breezy flick. Oh my word, just doesn't come to light. Now, one thing that I should mention before we get any further, Stingray is a challenger sub up and showing why they are not to be underestimated. That's a missed touch, so that could be it, and we go to overtime. Everyone is nervous. Everyone is feeling the panic and stress from this, and I'm sure there will be a breaking point for one of these teams soon. We've seen it. Both teams have their reason to fight. Both teams need this win. This first game will set a lot of confidence up for either side. And right now, Peak Deek to the backboard. Marina misplay, misreading that ball. But it's now Wilkie to Gecko. Gecko now. Gecko getting a clear, just ping-ponging that ball away. Why would you just not take time? I know it's stressful, but there is so much time to be had in this lobby right now, and that's Gecko. Now, hitting that to the backboard. Marina having to just a little bit of an overexertion there. And that's Marina. Shot! Wilkie with a nice clear. And it's now Stingray and Deek going for it now. And Smokey Bear, this game already incredibly intense. You know, it's never a dull moment for any team when we're casting, it seems.
Yeah, that's it. I think they know Smokey Bear and Jasper's on. We've got to absolutely give them a show. And by goodness, a demolition. We are getting a show tonight. We have been blessed with overtime after overtime today. We've got another one that nearly ended right there. But Stingray has been the saviour, carrying this match in terms of score. Shinsu, oh my goodness, definitely kept that one from being a dangerous opportunity. Stingray now doing the same thing. They're holding on, fingertips on that cliff edge right now, because the Valkyrie Knights Norns are looming in from the sky, but they just can't quite break it down right now. Here's Stingray going up against Peak Deek. Peak Deek having to take over there, Gecko having to try and force their way into this one. Shinsu did have a little bit more time on it, but look at that. Marina managing to slow down the play once more, setting up Peak Deek, goes, fakes it, up over the top. Oh my goodness, another crucial save. We are going to end up here, but you know what, I don't want to see it. Chat, let me know who you guys are here to root for. Get those team names in the chat. Show the love for the players that you want to see. I don't want to see what happens next because I don't want to cuss it.
What a save!
No! Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I did not see anything. Who do you guys think is going to win this epic showdown tonight?
Oh my word, you know what? I have to say, Ash have been in their own half this entire time. And you know what? Hats off to them for not breaking down under the pressure. They have not cracked once. Oh no. I can't speak, honestly.
No.
Cast the Curse has just... Oh my word.
It's always the one you don't get to finish as well. Oh no! It's heartbreak here for Green Phoenix Ash. Oh my goodness, after a 3 minute and 40 second something overtime, Valkyrie Nice Nons take game number 1. My goodness.
What a game. Look at the boost consumption. Each team almost at 10,000 boost each. Stingray, 1,000 points. Absolutely clinical. Just could not ease that game out. What a match. Oh my word. And of course it's when the casters speak, you know, everything bad happens. I should have kept my mouth shut. We could have seen a 5-minute overtime. We could have seen 2 games happen in one. And honestly, what a crazy series, you know. You can't write it off. Each team had their star player. For Norns it was Peak Deek, for Ash it was Stingray, and you can't complain when it's extremely close like that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There's strong players across both of these teams. They are looking absolutely stacked right now. And, you know, that was an absolutely stacked game. We had cycles and everything, you know. We had every single thing that could happen in a possible Rocket League game. And that game, this is the action that we're bringing to you now. Moving on to a very serene place called Forbidden Temple.
What a beautiful way to introduce this map. Timer has started. Players are underway. And it's a whiff. Oh my, this could end badly already. And it's Shinosu just to be the one to send it up the wall perfectly. But that pressure will not relieve. Marina tries to go for a doozy. And it's 1-0 because Gecko has just slotted that ball with a lovely 50.
Yeah, and Marina there really created that play, forced Wilkie up to that one. Oh, and it's a nice dunk there from Gecko. Just managed to get up and read that 50. Beat that one defender that you need to beat. And get that first goal for your team there. Peak Deek pushing on the cheat from kickoff.
Oh,
and
wow.
Oh my goodness, Marina, the whole team involved in this play. Perfect rotation, perfect follow-up, perfect goal. This is Rocket League.
This is Rocket League. What a goal we've just seen. Like, you can't write it up and oh no. Gecko in the air. Gecko tries to go for a reset. Maybe a little bit too ambitious. But ball gets cleared away. It's now Shinosu. Shinosu into the corner. Shinosu accidentally getting a double. I know he would have wanted to leave that ball for a teammate to go. But it's now Gecko. Gecko and Stingray clashing heads. Peak Deek clearing that ball up. And one thing I've noticed is when Norns attacks, they go all out. All 3 players are in the half, you know. They are non-relenting. And oh my god. Pass between the 2. Oh, no. Beautiful. And Peak Deek, you know, taking control when needed. Taking their time. And Stingray has an open there. And just as I said, when they attack, they do it properly. And it did backfire this time on them.
Yeah, Wilkie there. What a pass. Even using the defender on the sidewall. Set that ball nice and soft. Just like a free kick for Stingray. Stingray's like... back of the net, easy peasy. I'm going to snipe that in the midfield, get a goal back from my team here, and that's exactly what they need. That first reply However, the envelope has just been opened. They have to continue through here in the letters of this game, in which history is going to be made here this season in RSC. My goodness, Marina, the Big D, history is being made here in this game with these passing plays. Again, all 3 players of the team getting involved, and Gecko there just following up in that double commit fake.
This game, I'm on the edge of my seat. This is incredible what we're watching right now. You know, the passion from both of these teams, they have what it takes. You know, I dare say it, but Rival has been such an unpredictable tier this season. We've seen teams that we didn't think would pop up and, you know, do incredible. And right now we are seeing teams that arguably, you know, play-ins, if they have a good run, it's anyone's game right now. And we are watching Norns live in it, 10th place, and they are showing why they deserve to not be 10th place. And we are seeing another goal from Marina, and a beautiful goal to just gap that scoreline to 4-1.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Shinsu just watching that one goal past. My goodness, here in this game 2. Welcome to everyone who's just joining us. Thank you Team Horsey Esports for the raid. We are in game 2 of series 3 of the night. Green Phoenix Ash taking on Valkyrie Knights. Nons, the picnic taking on everyone there. Here's Marina coming from the side. And wait a minute, one more. Half flip to try and make it, but Wilkie is going to cut it out for this time. Now manages to get it up to the ceiling, brings it into the middle, but just Shinsu can't collect. It's going to be Marina going to try and intercept that, break that play down. The Peak Deek managing to get a great follow-up. Fantastic save there from Stingray. Gecko, loads of time here. It's going to be chilled out, composed, try and not put something that could be potentially dangerous for your team available for your opposition on the field. Shinsu now trying to create that play. Here's Stingray going up from the corner. Uses, oh, it's Marina. Oh my goodness, it's just end to end here. These teams going absolutely crazy. Gecko trying to get up and score that one, but just can't.
They're just barely able to, you know. It's going to start to get to the point where as the time is running out, oh, we are not going to see much left, and there is one more. Peak Deek just puts it away. You know, I am not seeing any real opposition here from Ash. They need an answer. They need it soon because, you know, 1 minute 40 on the clock, not enough time, 102 seconds, and I don't think there's going to be a comeback at this point in time. I don't know. Gecko now coming up. It's going to be Peak Deek to get another one. It's 6-1. They are setting the Brazil up right now. Norms look unstoppable.
Yeah, I think we're heading there. We could be heading for a crazy, wild ride here tonight. All the way to Brazil. Will we be heading there? Or will we be heading to Barcelona?
Oh, very interesting indeed. Either destinations are beautiful, and right now Marina trying to keep it away, and now Marina, Peak Deek passing between each other. Beautiful little plays, and that's Stingray now a clear, bad clear to the middle though, and it could see an opposition happen. Shinosu now getting a demo, but it means nothing because that ball has just transcended into Norn's side. Ball now getting played into no man's land, and Peak Deek will be going for a double, doesn't get it, but it's in Brazil. Oh! We are right now living in Brazil. Marina, 3 goals, Peak Deek 3 goals, and Gecko with 1. This is an insane game, oh my word.
Golaço Brasila! Okay, now we're set up to go to Barcelona. We got 1 flight, we're here. We just need that 2nd flight. Can't we go there for the content?
Very interesting. We might. Marina, oof, ball control, air control. It was beautiful, just did not have the boost to continue it. Gecko now, Gecko with another shot. Real key, what a save. And it's Marina again. You know, if I was if I was Ash, I would be trying to get this ball in the net to try and avoid a Brazil, you know? I don't know about you, but I think that would be my plan of action. Right now, Shinosu fake into the middle, Wilkie shot! Oh no! You need to be scoring those! That is not what you want to see, but Stingray makes it 7-2.
Well, yeah, we're setting up. I think we're on that flight, but time might run out. I don't know. We will see. But yeah, good bit of consolation there. Wilkie and Stingray linking up for the second time this match, creating that second goal. They've had 3 shots this game. My goodness. Compared to Non's got 15 or 16. Oh, look away because here's Shinsu going to the back.
Oh, wow!
Okay! Oh my goodness! What?
Wow!
What a pass!
What a pass!
Unbelievable! And I mean, if that is any consolation here for Green Phoenix Ash here in game number 2, but of course Valkyrie Knights Nons, they're still going to take that one confidently. They scored a lot of goals in that game there, Jasper. A lot of goals.
Yeah, indeed. A beautiful, beautiful play. Very good match, and too little too late from Ash. And you know, I'm starting to get just a little bit worried that the prediction that we have is looking a little bit sheepish right now. You know, very, very, very unfortunate for our prediction when it's an absolute bloodbath right now. You know, 7-3, and 2 of the goals for Ash coming in the last 20 seconds. It really does say something about the gap in skill, and you know, maybe it's the fact that Norns kind of let off the gas. They just kind of let themselves slip a little bit because, you know, they're already 7 up. They're not gonna throw it, are they? And well, it could have been a different story if it was a little bit closer, unfortunately.
Do you know what? One thing I think is particularly interesting as well is considering how, you know, strong these two teams are looking against each other. One thing to remember as well is that they're both 9th and 10th in the leaderboard, or they were, you know, respectively at that time of viewing. But they're both giving it their absolute all. They both have minus goal differences, but they're giving us action-packed games here tonight. And you know, Valkyrie Knights Nons as well, they also forfeited one of their last 2 games, and they don't even have a 4-player roster right now. But they are looking so good here as the Pink puts another one in the net. They're looking so strong right now. Coming swinging out the bag here in game number 3, Valkyrie Nons.
Very, very, very incredible. You know, 1 goal so early on, it does make me a little bit worried to for the playoffs hope, play-ins hope of Ash. You know, I know they do have sub-ups from the tier below, but it's too little too late. What we saw in the first game, that closeness is what we need back, and that's Stingray! What a shot! Just not finding its mark on the net, and unfortunate that a little bit of a teammate double commit there twice. And Wilkie, oh my god, that could have been dirty and just didn't come to light. Marina now, Killer Goose, stay in there, shot, hits the post, and Shinosu now subbed out for Killer Goose actually. I think,
yeah. I was just about to say that. Yeah, because Killer Goose is on now. Oh, Stingray there pushes it up to the backboard. Play down from the ceiling. Wilkie manages to get it up by Gecko. What a save, what a clear. Forcing Stingray to be last back. 0 boost. Nice play away. Trying to keep that danger away. But a double commit there. Oh, Stingray, nice cover. Both of your teammates and a little whiff there, but that cover from Stingray almost created a goal, but it's just went past the post, and now here's Gecko trying to push that counter attack. The picnic, Gecko, redirect pass, it's going to fall all the way to the corner. The Killer Goose going to have time to pick it up, see if they can kill this game now, being that deadly sub Here's Marina trying to take that away, but Wilkie up once more, also feeling a bit deadly. They're getting involved very, very viciously. They are very committed to this game of Rocket League tonight, folks. Let me tell you, they want to get this win. And here's Killer Goose, superstar sub, off the bench, passes to Stingray. Oh, nothing's going to come from that so far. But yes, I was just saying there, super sub, really liking how they've impacted the play so far here in this game, Jasper.
Yeah, 100%. You know, the scoreline was much, much closer now. But I think it's only a matter of time as we see cracks in the defense start to open. And right now, we've just seen one because Gecko, one of the best players in Rival when he's on his day, I'd say. You know, he was on Serene Meiji, one of the top teams. And it's very unfortunate to... well, I wouldn't say that because right now, you know, he has a great shot at going up more. Right now, we are seeing a new side for Norns, and right now they look strong to make play-ins, and you know they could ruffle up some feathers. So that's a shot from Stingray as it hits the post.
Yeah, as you said, you know, I think that you know this Valkyrie Knights persons went to Asgard and really found some real Valkyries here, because right now on the field they are all over it. The Peak Deek there managing to get that set up on the front post for Marina, but no, the story will go on. The upsets, the drama is real. The Peak Deek trying again, but the Killer Goose there jumping in. Hero trying to get that save, clears the ball away as well. Stingray to follow up, but the Peak Deek, it's a dangerous ball coming now. What can Marina do with it? Manages to play it twice off the backboard. Gecko's also there. That was absolutely crazy synchronized pass play. My goodness, calculated. Gecko with the bicycle kick, ghost touch pass.
It's just, as I said, cracks are starting to show. It was good for the first little quarter of this game, but now Norns have sort of figured them out. I don't see anything else happening here. And yeah, a minute 90 seconds left on the clock, and it's now 4-0. I could say that confidently as that ball trickles in. Marina getting the goal, and it's just a bloodbath. And we are watching Norns at their peak right now, you could say.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, get involved right now, folks. If you're not following this channel, make sure you follow, because these play-ins and playoffs that we're going to have at the end of this split is going to be insane. I mean, these are the two teams that are right now at the bottom of the leaderboard. The Peak Deek certainly not bottom of the leaderboard in this game. My goodness, absolute missile there, bang into the back of the net. 5-0 here for the Norns.
5-0. Wow. Certainly didn't look... Oh, 6-0 actually. Tell a lie.
Oh my goodness.
Stats padding right now from Norns. They are just living in their stats. And it's just a little bit unfortunate, I'd say, because, you know, it's just very, very, very unfortunate right now. We are watching just what I'd say is a demolition. It's Atomic Bomb versus Coffin Baby right now. What a save from Killer Goose though, wow.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you know, very much overextended here was this Green Phoenix team. Stingray now being that last player back, but when they can get that last player back, we've seen what they can do. They just need to find those passing plays like they were doing Wilkie and Stingray. Killer Goose has played well into the back of it. With the Peak Deek now setting up Marina. Oh, trying to go for that redirect. Stingray had the vision, seen it from all the way under the sea, came up to the surface to get it. Oh my goodness, Stingray clears it to the back wall once more. Very smart move. You want to try and diffuse that pressure that's coming on pretty hard right now. The Killer Boost. The Killer Boost, the Killer Goose! With the Killer Boost, no boost, there was no boost, there's technically Killer Boost. And here's Wilkie now sending it up the other side of the field. They're trying to push, get a little bit of consolation here, but it's just not happening for them. Valkyrie Knights Nolans, they're looking far too strong here in game number 3. They're going to take their second game of the series, 2 in a row as well.
Yeah, you know,
big scorelines
too. Yeah, they are killing it. You know, our predictions unfortunately over now, and I think Green Phoenix have just sort of given up their gas right now because they're not trying to fight. They're not trying to make a change. They're not trying to make a difference. They're not doing much, and it's unfortunate to see because it's just a bloodbath right now. But yeah.
I mean, you know, these players are absolutely going at it, and we've seen demos happening all over the field from game 1 in the series. They've been really involved with each other, and the, you know, in the air, in the ceiling, in the corner. It don't matter where that ball drop. You know, there's going to be 2 players jumping onto that 50, and if not, there's going to be one that tries to slow it down. This is the level we're at right now. It has been some amazing Rocket League that we've had here tonight, but here we go. We've got one more game to enjoy, don't we?
One more game, and in the RSC we all know that one game can actually make a massive difference, because in a best of 4 format they played 4 games out, and hopefully we will see something happen here. All gets cleared away. That's Stingray now, just trying to make a difference, and you know, maybe they are just start game players, and that's Killer Goose. What a save from Peak Deek. I didn't even see the save. Oh my word.
Crazy. Absolute madness. Marina here keeping up the insanity. Gecko going one more. Marina, 0 boost. Still crazy for it. Peak Deek chasing up. Oh, but there's so many physicalities on the field. The Killer Goose is just going to run away with that one. Oh, walked it into the net.
The body blocking was incredible there, you know. Man sacrifices, I don't recommend them, but they work really well in the RSC. It seems a great show of knowing when and when not to demo. And Stingray goes for a double touch. Oh my word. Gecko now though, Gecko. Now Marina taking that ball. It's Marina driving it through. Killer Goose being the one to stop it. Killer Goose the carry of the team right now, I'd say. As there's a triple commit from Nords. They still have some things to work out on the rough side, and it could be a goal. Just doesn't happen though, and it goes in the net. Peak Deek, he has his answer, and he has an equaliser.
Oh, jeez. Stingray being forced out with that one there, and Gecko keeping it nice and awkward there for Wilkie. Oh my goodness. This Green Phoenix defense are feeling it right now after going 1 goal up. Everything to play for, as you say, every single game counts, and you can see it here as Green Phoenix pushing up the Killer Goose. Super sub here for Green Phoenix. Now the Peak Deek manages to beat Wilkie, but the Killer Goose comes once more. Killer Goose gonna try and challenge once again, can't quite get it this time. Oh, and here's Marina slowing that play down, just as I was saying. As soon as they find the time, the opportunity has been created. Gecko, but Stingray, the player, subbing up a tier, being the absolute carry as well. Oh, wait a minute! Oh, what a save! The reactions, man! Absolute cats!
Absolute brilliant reaction time right now. I wouldn't expect anything different from these players. Great show of play as we see Gecko now. Gecko driving that ball forward. Marina and Wilkie. That's Marina. Marina plays it aside and it goes in the net. 2-1. And is this going to be the start of the dissolution of Ash? Will this be the beginning of the end of their aggression at side? You know, 2 minutes 53 though. There's more than enough time, Smokey. There is more than enough time, right?
Absolutely anything can happen in Rocket League, as we have seen tonight here on RSC EU. Peak Deek. Wilkie jumps up. Oh, attempts that double touch, but Gecko's got a nice and early cut it out. Peak Deek. I don't think it was quite the touch they wanted, but it's went for a nice layoff. Now the link-up play coming. Marina going to try and swing it back into the middle. Can is going to be Wilkie trying to lead the charge here for Green Phoenix. Can Killer Goose can't get it. Can Stingray get it? Does. Touches it down. Oh, the shot coming in. Killer Goose, they're linking up well right now. They just need to break out a defense. They're pinned back right now. And what they need to do is get one of these counters going. Wilkie gets bumped off it. Stingray's a little too far out. Oh my goodness, the recovery play.
Oh my word, this game is shaping up to be a good one. Shaping up to be an insanely tense, an insanely close series, and I am here for it right now. I am ready, and that's Killer Goose taking it low, and he gets the goal.
The super sub has came on and scored a very critical goal at a very critical point here, and this game number 4. This is it, the last hurrah for Green Phoenix. Ash, the end was looking nigh, but it's looking a little bit brighter now. Those clouds are starting to split in the middle, and we're starting to see some sunlight here off the demo from Killer Goose. Oh, but wait! Oh! I was just about to say someone closed the curtains, but right now the rail is forcing them open. Killer Goose passes into Wilkie, front post. Oh my goodness, Jasper! I don't know what's gonna happen here. Stingray now manages to pick it up from all the way back. Wilkie back to Stingray to the front post. It hits the back post. How many times is that fourth player gonna come in clutch here? Peak Deep now manages to pick it up from the ceiling, send it towards the net, but a double commit there from the defense is gonna see that one out for now. Time is running out though. The Peak Deep managing to go all the way up. Oh, doesn't quite make the connection that they wanted. Wilkie and Marina, a duel here to the sidewall. Stingray joining in the action like a 100-meter sprint. Now, here's Gecko. Killer Goose has to clear it with a risky one. Marina is going to jump up to that. The Peak Deek, they're going to try and play the link-up play. They're going to try and do the tiki-taka up from the sky. Peak Deek has managed to follow up on it. Stingray is up and looking in a good position. Gecko manages to play it up. The Peak Deek to the back wall. I can't believe. I don't want to say it. I'm not saying it. I can't believe we're going to overtime. Oh my goodness. Would you believe it, folks? Absolutely unbelievable scenes here. Once more in Beckwith Park. Here's Gecko trying to shoot this one, but Wilkie manages to keep it out for now. Gecko going for a vicious bump there on Stingray. Wilkie now manages to get it up, plays it there to the front post. Oh, but it's just not worked there. Very, very unfortunate play. I think we're having some technical difficulties for me as well, and Jasper, but Marina, no difficulty there to put that one into the back of the net with the solo play. Look at the control on that. Absolutely insane. Valkyrie Nice Nons will take the series. 3 games to 1. I mean, that was hands and head action right there. I actually cannot believe how crazy that was.
That was a crazy close game. I don't know if my mic is working though.
Yep, we got you. We got you loud and clear, Jasper.
Yeah, we've got me back. What an intense game that I just saw from the sidelines. Looking at the post-series stats, 20-8 goals. That's insane. 56 shots. Oh my word. Jesus. Wow.
Yeah. you know, you look at that comparison and 28 saves, you know, Green Phoenix Ash made as well, and Valkyrie Knights Thorns only had to make 12 saves and you know in the whole series. Well, I'm gonna guess who the series MVP is. Oh, it's gonna beat me there. I was gonna say it's gonna be the Peak Deke for me. My goodness, 9 goals there in that series. That's a lot of goals to take away for yourself into the stat database, and you know 5 assists and 5 saves to match it as well. Pretty impressive, and a very impressive performance there from Valkyrie Knights and the Peak Deke, Jasper.
Yeah, what an insane game. You know, finding these roster lock teams, and you know, everyone thinks with a little bit of uncertainty coming into roster lock, like, is this how we want this to be for the end of the season? And I think they are going to want that now, because if I remember correctly, being at the bottom with 2 games in hand now, if they get another win, I think they're in the money for play-ins. I'm not so sure. I think we saw 22, and you know, it will be very tough coming into these last weeks. Well, the last week next week, and you know, every game counts for Norns at this point because they need it now. And you know, just looking at our past games, we saw wins, no draws, a 4-0 and a 3-1. Thanatos and Messiahs, you know, both of them showing dominant performances, and now Norns showing dominant performances, and it's just what you love to see for these teams. And you know, the teams that lost, you know, it's always a learning experience for them. I'm sure now Ash will have a really good experience to come back with and learn from. But people, thank you for watching another week of RSC, and we appreciate your support wholeheartedly, and it lets us know that we're doing something good, and it lets us know that we're keeping you entertained. So thank you for sticking around for all 3 series if you did. And I've been Jasper, and unless you've got something else to say, Smokey, I'll see you later.
Yeah, quick one to end it tonight. I've seen you guys enjoying yourselves in chat. Thank you for participating with us. I think I said participation. And it is always an absolute pleasure to sit here and cast these games, you know, alongside yourself, alongside our amazing team of casters. And you know, there's just so much that's going on. So once again, come get involved. You guys won't regret it. We love RSC EU. Good night.
Let's not roll it, let's not hold it, let's not drink it, chop it up and smoke it. All I need tonight is your voice. Can we roll it? Can we hold it? Can we drink it, chop it up and smoke it? Can we peel it? Can we pop it? Cause we don't like feeling these emotions. Can we try it? Can we find it?